talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply. The newest owner of the Los Angeles Lakers, Jackson Jr.
I told you it would
You and your dad just bought it from Bob Iger, right? They just flipped it?
100%.
They just had it flipped to them, and they just flipped it.
12.1?
$22 billion.
The Lakers are like a spec house now, huh? Just keep flipping it.
It's crazy, man. It's madness. I was having a good day, and then I go on Twitter. My phone is blowing up because obviously everyone thinks when something in the Lakers happens, they have to hit Shea to get his input.
Oh, you're so vocal.
Why not?
I mean,
I know I am great, but it is.
You always have an
frustrating.
opinion. That's one of your many terrific attributes.
Thought you were the first person to tell me that.
That's the truth. Who the hell? By the way, why do you have an undertow amount of water in a bottle next to you? What the hell? Man?
Because I am
I
am completely miserable. I'm on I'm getting back into my goal, my fitness goal.
Shape?
Yeah, dude, and it is. But I just think about how sexy I'm going to be.
There you go.
And then I'm all right.
You just
trying to thirst trap.
If you're going to share a screen with Gerard Butler again,
thirst trap.
You got to be drinking a lot of that water.
Listen, man. Gerard. He better be prepared to be in Den of Thieves 7 and 8.
Okay.
Or I need him locked in for the rest of his life. Because my goal is if I can get, my dad is writing last Friday. My whole goal was like, if I get to 4 before my dad could have a 4, I'd be happy. But like now I got to get to 5.
When's last Friday coming?
He be writing. I don't know, man. It's just when a lot of things happen. We lost a lot of people from the original cast, so stories have to bend and twist now. Okay. So it's in progress.
How was the Idiots premiere? How was that?
Oh, I crushed. TJ would probably throw a little salt.
Or in the film?
Oh, in the film, crushed. Got laughs. What I love is I got different laughs than I got at Sundance, which means that when people rewatch, they're going to pick up on new things every time. And 90 minutes, super rewatchable. It is a great time. And I will go out on a limb, and this is just off the top of my head. I'm sure the list is prestigious, but we will have the best comedy of the year.
And it premieres when? What's the premiere date?
Oh, my God.
Or it is on the shirt. Oh, 8/28/26?
August 28th.
Why were you about to say I'd throw some salt in it?
Because, that's how we communicate. It's our love language.
Yeah, but not when it comes to your work. Like, I came in the next day because I was up all night.
Dang, you got a Cowboys beanie on?
Yeah, man. We had Rashawn Gary was here.
All right. Okay.
That's why.
We had a fantasy draft that I missed out on because, we were in the lobby, chopping it up. So Rich was getting on my nerves.
Why y'all leave him out?
Listen, there's not enough.
No, I was in. Rich was mad that I didn't do the draft, but I was chopping it up with you in the lobby.
There's not enough time to get into it because the end of the show is near, and the Lakers have just been sold again.
Yeah.
I guess we'll lead tomorrow with a.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, Del Tufo bought it.
I bought him.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
I will say this.
There you go.
Every ring is a Mickey Mouse ring now, baby. Oh, man.
Well, Bob Iger certainly knows how to run things. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, but it just feels like we're evil money now.
No, stop it. You're the Los Angeles Lakers. We're back to wrap on the Disney Plus in a second.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. Episodes 1 and 2 available now. Listen wherever you get podcasts.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an Audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an Audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
What's going on here?
The greatest party of all time!
It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my whole life.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linville Joseph. Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party. Brought to you by Greenville Utilities, Jones, Covey & Company, PA, Capital Subaru of Greenville, KDL Construction, New Blue, Patio and Hearth Shop, Orthopedics East, IBC Roofing, and Carolina Eagle Distributors. Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington-Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. For every match, every goal, every superior play on the world's biggest stage. Because from the pitch to the pour, superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Big hell yeah right there, isn't it? How about that?
How about them Pirates, baby?
Hakeem Richmond hits the shot.
What a shot!
Unbelievable.
What a shot, Jeffrey!
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My God!
You know, we don't have any turds.
You don't win with turds. I know no other way to put it. It kind of looks like a turd in a punch bowl.
Tarps off. There's local politics, bud.
Grant with a shot at the buzzer. No good. And you can paint this one purple. They stand McClure at Williams Arena, Minji's Coliseum.
Who is it cool for?
First down and 10. Johnson gets a shoulder square. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed. Touchdown.
Here is
that.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome into a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live, a football Wednesday edition, because we got a lot of Pirate football to discuss on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app, powered by Carolina Caliber. You can find us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, because we have a lot of football content coming your way today, this weekend, the remainder of August, and throughout the East Carolina football season. We've got interviews with the Jordans, the coordinators, Jordan Davis and Jordan Hankins, and we'll pass that along to you today as part of our new Blue Pirate Report. A lot of players to discuss, very little on the quarterbacks, unfortunately, but some talk of running backs, O-linemen, a certain 6'4" wide receiver was mentioned. That got me excited and got intern Avery excited. Also,
Jeremiah Melvin.
That's the one. Jordan Hankins. We'll hear from the defensive coordinator of the Pirates as well, plus some other audio to get to on this Wednesday edition, and guests to get to. Ken Watlington, WNCT Channel 9, will join us live in the First Flight Credit Union Studios, as will Donnell Coley, Daily Reflector. He'll be on the show as well. Plus, ECU Hall of Famer Andrew Bays, the Hall of Fame punter, turned into a kicker the last time ECU and Alabama played back in 1998. We'll relive that game with Andrew Bays and get his thoughts on what he'll see when he is part of the broadcast crew with Jim Szoke when the Pirates take on Alabama in Tuscaloosa this year. Talked to Jim Szoke. He's slammed this week, but he will join us next week coming up on Pirate Radio Live. So looking forward to talking Panthers and Pirates with Jim Szoke one day next week. Jared Watkins is here. What's up, J-Bone?
What's up, Clip? How you doing?
I am doing great. And the Jackman, Jackson, here on video production. What's up, Jack?
What's going on?
How we doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Hot day, but a beautiful day, and it got off to an early start, Jared, for you and Jenny and folks out at football practice. Before we get into our new Blue Pirate Report with Jordan Davis and Jordan Hankins, let's talk about what you saw with your own two eyes. What can you report from practice today?
We saw a lot of tempo drills where they're just off on. They got like 3 fields out there. They're off to the one that they're not normally at. And look, I don't think the quarterbacks were great today. I don't think they were good. I don't think they were exceptional. Mitch Griffiths had a really good pass, one, and Emory Williams showed off what he can do with his legs. But other than that, I didn't come away feeling too positive about either one of them, except for Trey Burke, who's been my guy.
All right, well, I didn't see it, so here's what I'm going to say. Defense looked great today.
Defense looked great. I mean, one of the first passes we saw today, just jumped the route pick. He's wearing a red no-contact jersey, the safety was, so he wasn't tackled or touched. So I'll say it was a pick 6.
All right. Good for the defense.
Defense looked really good. Running backs still continue to look good. Offensive line is impressive, as it has been since my first day out there. But the quarterbacks, I didn't come away feeling great, but it's one day.
All right.
A lot of road left on this long journey.
You got questions or comments, you can get them in on YouTube. Chat gang Jamie says, hey now.
Hey now.
Can anyone explain this new college rule, the fair kick catch?
Nope.
I haven't seen it. So, college football, fair kick catch. Let's see what we got. Beginning with the 2026 season, college football officially introduces the fair catch kick rule. This rare rule, it's rare.
Rare.
Yeah. What does that mean? That it's not in any other levels of football? Allows the receiving team to attempt an uncontested field goal worth 3 points from the spot of a fair catch following a punt or free kick, usually at the end of a half. A valid fair catch must be made on an opponent's scrimmage kick or free kick. The head coach must oh no. I feel dumb. IRREVOCABLY. Irrecoverably, a burglary. I'm a great communicator.
Participation.
Oh,
He's a great communicator.
Do the precipitation one again. I hadn't heard that one. Participation.
Participation.
I remember sitting in that press conference. I'm like, is Clip having a stroke? Have the Pall Malls got to him?
Oh, man. All right, Jamie, I guess. I don't know. So a team is punting from their own 3 at the end of the first half. Pirates call a fair catch. I mean, they could kick a field goal anyway.
Is this like if there's no time? No.
This says uncontested field goal from the spot of the fair catch.
The Panthers used that rule, I'm pretty sure, when they were in London a couple years ago. Or maybe it was last year. But I remember Joey Sly having an attempt like this.
Question.
Overseas.
What happens if you miss it?
I guess you just miss it.
You lose.
Yeah,
3
but does
points.
the other team get the ball?
I don't know. I don't care. All this sounds like a bunch of communist gobbledygook.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they're just trying to change my game. Uncontested, we get no shot. This is just fascism. It's just one team getting all the say.
Okay.
Why is it uncontested? There's no other play in football that other than a kickoff.
That's why they said it's rare.
Yeah. What? I don't know.
I don't get it. Hunter says, "Good evening, cowards."
Good evening, cowards.
That is called a free kick. NFL has it.
Yeah, so I just found it. The Chargers had one. Dicker hit it from 57 yards, and literally, yeah, it's just a field goal. That there's no contest, there's no snap. It's just him holding the ball and he kicks it.
But what precedes it? Like, why do they get to do that?
And Robert says if you punt with 1 second left, the receiving team gets to kick it.
Okay.
Like if there's no, he's asking.
Oh,
like is it a untimed down at that situation?
So let me look at the.
Yeah. All right, Jackson, you have 2 hours and 53 minutes to tell us what the heck this is. Kenny says what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I struggle with that a little bit. Jamie says I read it a few times, not sure what the point is. All right, I'll ask Blake Carroll Saturday at the scrimmage.
Ask Andrew Bass.
Great point, Jarrett. That's why we have these guests on the show. Andrew Bays. I got to figure out the wording to use just to get the question out. I'm afraid I won't be able to explain the question that I'm asking to Andrew Bays. Participation. All right, so going to hear some Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Got a chance to talk to the coordinators today for the first time this spring. First and only, or I know we'll talk to them Media Day.
Media Day, that's it.
Yeah. Jordan Davis was asked on our New Blue Pirate Report, brought to you by New Blue, having issues with your heating, cooling, plumbing, electric. New Blue can help you out with whatever you need. Call nublue.com. Jordan Davis asked how the offense is looking now compared to the spring.
I think naturally there's a lot of guys that are a lot more comfortable with what we're doing. A lot of reps helps. The summer helps the way that things are in college football. The quarterbacks are getting it down, all the signal stuff, and it's been better. We need to be more consistent, but the guys are getting it down, so it's been better.
He was asked, are you comfortable with where the offense is right now?
Not yet. I think we need these next few practices. I think we need to be in a live situation with this scrimmage coming up. You know, whether it's 2-minute or third downs and substitutions. A lot of the stuff in practice is a little bit scripted right now, but we're doing some move the ball. But we need to see the scrimmage. We need to figure out who our best 11 guys are and get them on the field. So.
Sounds like a very important scrimmage coming up. Let's go to Cut 8. Brian Bailey's kind of been big on this with all the newcomers, without an incumbent quarterback, with two guys in a quarterback battle for ECU. It feels like these are going to be important scrimmages, and Bailey asked that. Cut 8.
I think nowadays in college football, like, these scrimmages are different. Like, you have so many new guys and new faces. It's like you need every single scrimmage and live situation you can get because there's so many new guys being put in every situation right here. Like, I don't think it's 3 or 4 years ago where you're sitting all your good guys for a scrimmage or two. Like, we got to see what these guys can do, and we got to figure out different personnels, and we got to get the right guys on the field. And the more football we can play right now, the better.
All right, very important scrimmage coming up, according to one coordinator. We'll see what Jordan Hankins has to say.
We need a table thump off between Jordan Davis and Mike Schwartz.
Okay.
Because they hit the table a lot.
I hate that you say that because I wasn't paying attention to it, and now it'll probably be all I hear. Cut 3, does the intensity pick up when you go full pads?
Yeah, I mean, I think the best thing that East Carolina does, and you know, Blake Harrell is the physicality. I mean, if you go out there, you can hear the pads popping, the inside run is live, and you get better at playing football by hitting. And so there's been a lot of live periods here and there, and I think you can definitely hear the pads popping. So on both sides of the football.
And we can hear the table popping as well.
I mean, I was front row. That's all that was going through my head is like, man, he's giving that table a beating.
What players have stood out to you on offense? Cut 4.
Yeah, I think starting up front, I think Bryce Weaver. I mean, I think he's had a really good camp. Obviously, he's an older guy that has it down. Just technique-wise, I think Hayes Krill's done a really good job. Obviously, you guys know what Brock Spalding can do. He's a really reliable guy who's made some really big plays. And then the running back room, I thought Michael Allen's looked extremely good. He's been the most consistent, I think, in that room. He's doing a really good job, whether it's catching the football, running downhill, but he's done a lot of good things. So I'm excited about those guys. I think Ice is doing a really good job. Ishmael's doing a really good job as well at the tight end position.
All right, shout out to Ice. Ishmael. We have not discussed the tight end position a lot.
I remember I was hosting when it was announced he signed, and me and Bryce talked about it for a little bit, but neither one of us knew anything about the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. So
we played him in basketball a few years ago.
That seems about right. It's nice to hear that he's doing well because in the spring that was a big not concern, but it's like okay, we had 2 of the best tight ends in the conference last year, and it might be a big drop off, but it sounds like Ishmael Smith Flores is doing very well.
Brian North wanted to hear more about Mago Allen, cut 5.
And I think I think the best word for Michael is like savvy. Like you can put him out wide, you can put new things on him every single day, and like he just has a good feel, whether that's running with patience and switching his speeds up, whether that's catching the ball in the backfield, whether that's knowing where he's going on some of the tempo stuff, like he just gets it really fast. And I think you can tell he's played a lot of different football and a lot of different systems. So he's just a savvy guy that gets lined up pretty fast out there.
All right, he's mentioned a few players, but I feel like there's still some more guys to talk about. I feel like there's some untapped potential on this ECU offense.
Jeremiah Melvin.
And maybe somebody that has not been spoken about yet. And I asked Jordan Davis, you talked about Brock Spalding, but what other receivers have stood out to you? And here's what he said.
Yeah, I think, Jeremiah Melvin, he's been past 2 or 3 days has looked really consistent. He's a big guy. If you look out there, you know exactly who Jeremiah Melvin is. He's 6'5", 210 pounds. He needs to continue to get consistent. Brock is one, like we said. Landon was really consistent early on in camp. And then Ray. I mean, Ray, when you see him with the ball, you guys have seen some of his highlights. Like, you got to figure out the way to get Ray the ball. Whether it's at 1 yard, whether it's down the field, he's extremely special. I think Ray's a guy who can do some really good things in this conference. So we're excited about him.
All right, Jeremiah Melvin mentioned from Jordan Davis.
Jeremiah Melvin.
There we go.
I feel like we're having fun, and it's nice to highlight certain players that we didn't talk about a lot in the spring, like Jeremiah Melvin. But from everybody we've talked to these last couple weeks, and you mentioned it off the air, Ray Joseph is going to be an absolute demon.
Once we got through our bit, Jarrett, that's exactly what I was going to say. And because we also, you'll hear Jordan Hankins when I ask him who's the guy on offense giving you fits, he mentioned Ray. And starting to get excited about him. I almost asked today, let me see if this guy's on the roster. Because here's a guy that we talked about last fall camp.
Jaquez Petaway.
And that made plays, was involved in the state game last year.
First play of the game.
And just kind of went in reverse. He put it in reverse.
Literally.
Terry. You didn't have to tell him to put it in reverse. He kept going in reverse, and it's not necessarily his own fault.
Put it in reverse, here.
But Jaquez Petaway, we were very excited with him coming over from Oklahoma. And he's still on the roster. I didn't hear his name, but I kind of felt bad. Like,
what number? Is he still? He's not 12. Mitch Griffiths is 12.
Number 19.
Okay.
I feel like we need to do that one day on the show. Just what number is everybody that we are going to be seeing make plays this year? For example, Ishmael Smith Flores is number 8.
Seen him.
Looking at these other receivers. Boy, this is confusing. We have Ty Johnson and Tyler Johnson.
Yeah.
Both wide receivers. Your guy, Dylan Lorick, is number 14.
He's 17.
Kyler Pearson.
0.
Jaquez Petaway, number 19. Brock Spalding, number 10. Johnny Williams, who played against
Jeremiah Melvin.
Melvin's final high school game is number 17. Ray will be wearing
1.
Number 1. Very good. Jeremiah Melvin will be wearing number 11.
Jeremiah Melvin.
Oh my God. I think I just had a Haynes King moment.
And?
Landon Sides.
He's white.
He is white.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I probably knew that, but I guess I forgot that because when his picture popped up,
it was a jump scare.
It took my breath away. Landon Sides will be wearing number 7 for the Pirates.
All right.
And I think that's about all the receivers of note. So maybe we'll keep repeating this on the show, but I myself am going to have to do this at home because I am ignorant on a lot of these numbers. Even our running backs. TJ Engelman, number 4. DeJuan Lacey, number 5. Mago Allen, number 21. Ashton Gray, number 3.
By the way, ECU football posted a video of Michael Allen taking his helmet off. That is a grown man.
Grown A man.
When I say grown man, I'm not talking about his build. Like, you just look at him. It's like, that guy's 35. Like, he looks good on the football field.
I like the video that ECU posted. Michael Allen said there's going to be a lot of grunting noises, and he was not lying. It was just a lot of football noises. So if you need to get more fired up for football, listen to and watch that video because there's a lot of good football grunting going on. All right, we'll take a break. As we do, we got more people talking about the free kick, the uncontested field goal. Mike P said, who is the uncontested field goal cool for? That's a great question that Mike Schwartz wants to know the answer to.
Who is it cool for?
Yeah, I don't know. Any news on the 3 guys coming back? No, but
cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, that was a Jordan Hankins quote from earlier today. More on our New Blue Pirate Report. And also, Ken Watlington will join us. We'll be back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Wednesday after this. The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand-stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Bring the taste of New England to your table at Basil's. Try the crispy clam fritters, fresh Cape Cod chopped salad, classic linguine with clam sauce, or the savory Clams Casino pizza. Every dish is packed with bold coastal flavor and made fresh just for you. Pair it with your favorite beer, wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted cocktails. Eat local, drink local. Basil's on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Pirates supporting pirates.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
If you need an appliance fast, head to Appliances Superstore in Greenville. They have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, including trusted brands like Speed Queen, so you can skip the wait and take home what you need today. Visit their new convenient location at 301 Plaza Drive and discover incredible savings on top brands. Visit their website, appliancessuperstore.com, and click the in-stock menu to shop the exact appliances they have ready today. Appliances Superstore. If it's in your home tomorrow, it's because it's in our store today. Go Pirates!
This is Alex Harper, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I know. You got to tell me. I don't know why you're in there hollering. Jared Watkins. Jared Watkins. Jack, man. Jackson here. And inside the Pirate Radio studios, presented by First Flight, we've got Ken Watlington. By the way, First Flight Credit Union has branches across Eastern North Carolina, and all residents are membership eligible. If you're looking for a hometown bank with in-person service and competitive pricing for auto, boat, and home loans, the First Flight has you covered. Visit one of our local branches today or visit us, efirstflight.com. First Flight Credit Union, insured by the NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Ken, how we doing?
Doing well, Mr. Brock. How are you?
I am fine.
Fantastic.
I am fine.
It's a great Wednesday.
How so?
I mean, weather's pretty nice, kind of hot, but you know, could be worse. No storms.
Anytime you say it's a great day, I have to ask why.
Yeah, you sure about that?
There's gonna be an F5 tornado tonight. now that he said
Really?
that.
A blizzard in August.
The Braves are definitely losing tonight.
No, I told you that. That's any day of the week.
Oh, come on. Braves are.
They are the worst team with the second best record. They're terrible.
Dude, I looked at the standings last night, and I'm like, what the hell is Ken talking about?
So I told Ken this a week or so ago. They must be like the worst Monday or Tuesday team in the league, because when Ken's not around, like, they do fine Thursday through Monday. And then they did win last night.
Did win, yep.
They lost Monday, though.
Yep.
Bums. But it does seem like whenever Ken's around.
They've lost 3 out of 4 to New York-based teams, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. And that was a frustrating series.
The Yankee series was, for sure.
Talked to our friend Ariel Epstein. She says she was going to the Saturday game.
Yep.
And saw her Bombers win that one. But big for the Braves to pick up one on Sunday. And while we're talking about it, we'll take a quick glance at the standings in Major League Baseball. So the best record still belongs to Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Wow, 74 and 46.
Yep. Braves are at 72 and 47? 48.
48.
Actually, after the Mets lost the other night.
How about the Cubbies having a great year, 20 games up, above 500, and still 4 back in the Central.
Striking distance, though.
Because of those Brewers. The Dodgers have won 2 in a row after really, really struggling. Yeah. They are 72
and I believe,
48.
actually, after last night, the Rays have 73 wins.
Wow, you are correct, sir.
They're a half game up on the Braves. The Braves now have the 3rd best record.
Tampa, 73 and 46. Jarrett's White Sox still leading the Central Division.
Tough game last night. Up 4-1, lose 5-4 in 10 innings.
Oh, wow. Look at you following baseball.
Well, I was at the bar, and I saw it on the ticker, 4-1. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't even need to look at anything. Then I get home, and Patrick Mason tweeted out, still a lot of bums on this roster. And I'm like, they were up. They hit 3 homers. And, yeah, they lost.
Got to watch out for those bums. And then the pillow fight that is the AL West, the Astros are 1 game up above 500 and a half game up on the Rangers.
This year, the American League West is the equivalent of the NFC South.
Yes, and
somebody's going to the playoffs.
The equivalent of what usually the AL Central is, seemingly. But, yeah, that is kind of surprising. Mariners are 8 games under 500 and, still in striking distance to win the West.
You never know.
There is your update, Major League Baseball update. How about a Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by DeBuck?
DeBuck.
Thank you. Twins up 7-4 on Baltimore in the 5th inning. Phillies and Cardinals tied at 1 in the bottom of the 5th, and those Rays, they are up early on a team without a home, the Athletics.
2 little baseball stat nuggets I was surprised to see last night.
Okay.
Matt Olson hit his 35th of the season last night. I was like, he's got to be there towards the top of the league. He is actually the major league leader in home runs with 3 other guys with 35. Kyle Schwarber and I can't remember the other 2, but it's 4 guys at 35 homers. And then I was like looking at the top 5 in RBI. Alec Burleson, top 5.
Top 5
in Major League Baseball.
We actually mentioned that yesterday because we were talking about Burley.
He top 5, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you need to say.
The stats to consider.
And what is a stat, Brian Bailey? Do we know that?
Stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
All right.
Allegedly.
Knipple. You didn't pull him talking about Khalif, did you?
No, time ran out.
I wonder if I could find that from yesterday.
A couple Hornets games were released today.
What do we got there?
Timberwolves return, or LaMelo returns to Charlotte. February 15th, President's Day, noon on NBC. That's a Monday.
Okay.
So I'll be sick that day.
Yeah, and stay off the streets of Charlotte. LaMelo's back in town driving.
He is driving the team bus, I heard, that day. Let's see. Let's hear Brian Bailey.
I listen to everything. Rap.
You hear a bunch of different things in practice.
For sure you do. So.
You can hear Kenny Chesney, and then you can hear, well, I don't even know any rappers. I don't even know any rappers' names, so I won't even say. I was going to say Khalif somebody, but I'm not even sure.
Khalif? All right. Maybe it's Brian Bailey, for God's sake. So maybe he gets special access that other media members do not get. But I'm pretty certain that I'm out there when he's out there. Never once have I heard anything other than rap. I don't know when they're playing Kenny Chesney, but
I remember
it's not when I'm there.
Big John used to play a lot of like early 2000s. I don't know if they call it new metal or whatever, but it
like
was
Limp Bizkit and
yeah,
stuff?
like stuff
Korn?
from that genre. It was very strange. But I talked to Bailey today, and I was like, Bailey, when you started talking, I wanted to give you the all right, just let it go,
Wrap it up,
Stop.
B. Wrap it up.
But he went with Khalif, and I'm giving him some grace on that. I think he was going maybe Wiz Khalifa.
You said that, and it's like, all right, maybe, but
no way he knows who Wiz Khalifa is.
No.
Listen, you got to give, what was it, Big B? Is that what was his?
Big B?
When he was on the radio in 1979, Rapper's Delight had just come out.
1024, playing your favorite songs at 421.
Songs.
Coming up next, we got Rapper's Delight.
I said a hip.
A hip-hop hippie.
Playing Khalif?
And we got Khalif on deck with Kenny Chesney. So the Big B there, talking music. Bailey had a great show yesterday with Bryce Weaver and Preston Carr. Check it out if you missed it on Pirate Radio TV. Real quick in the chat gang, Johnny Hoops, Johnny Gardner says, RIP Coach Lou Hill, Clinton native, Shocker player, assistant ECU coach, and Rio Grande Valley head coach. So there's a Rio Grande Valley reference for
Ice is doing well at practice. Ishmael Smith Florence.
That he is. What was that reference to? Rio Grande Valley?
Yeah.
All right.
UTRGV.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they change their name? No? Or it changed?
Not since January.
It changed to Rio Grande Valley. It used to be something else.
I put in the wrong letters there. The University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley.
It used to have a weird name like Persimmon Basin or something, right?
IUPUI is probably the all-time. Are there any other fun school letters like that? Ooey Pooey has got to be the GOAT.
Which does not exist anymore.
That's right. What happened? They realized how stupid it was?
It was Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis, and they split it into two schools. And then there's IUP and PUI.
Is that true?
I think so. No, IUI. And I don't know, man.
You ever been to iCup, Jackson? You ever seen, do you know how to spell that? iCup? How would you spell that?
I don't think I'm 10 anymore, Clip. I don't think I'm going to fall for that.
You're not?
Who is he new here?
Is anybody going to tell me how you spell it?
ICUP.
Gross, dude. Stop.
I'm not 10 years old anymore.
Sorry, Jackson.
Do you know what the hell we're doing here?
Forgot you're the mature adult at the mic. Ken, we were talking ECU spring ball earlier.
Ball.
Yeah, we were talking spring ball.
Looking ahead to the spring.
Because we wanted to know how the offense looks now compared to the spring. But talking fall camp. And do you remember Michael Allen at Rose? Do you remember his highlights? What do you remember about him?
I remember covering a game. It was Michael Allen versus Omarion Hampton. It was Cleveland versus Rose. You knew both of those guys. One was going to Carolina, one was going to State. That Cleveland team was really, really, really good. And Hampton had the better day, but, they both went to ACC schools, and one of them's in the NFL right now, and one of them's in Greenville, and maybe has a chance to maybe get to professional football maybe next year.
Yeah, we shall see. I had to text Mully today. I saw Carolina, let's see, high school, what is this from? CHH, Carolina High School Hub, okay? Elite 12 NC running backs of all time.
All right.
I'm going to...
should I try to name some?
I can say maybe where did this guy go to school, or I can give you hints on some of these guys.
Okay.
But number 2, I have only heard of him because of our guy Mike Mullis, who used to block for this guy, Brian Knuckles.
Ooh.
Brian Knuckles, West Charlotte, 1992.
Okay.
So I sent Mully a shout-out Brian Knuckles, and he said he owes his fullback everything.
Knuck if you buck.
And Mully also said he went to Nebraska, so he must have been pretty damn good. Number 1 all-time.
T.A. McClendon.
He is number 2, 4, 6, 8 on the list.
Okay.
From Albemarle, went to NC State.
Yeah.
T.A. was in, State fans say, in that North Carolina game where he fumbled at the goal line.
I think it was short.
This guy went to North Carolina, I believe. Elijah Hood.
Oh yeah. No, I think he wore number 8 or 4. He wore a single-digit number back in the day.
Charlotte Catholic, 2014. Yeah. Number 3 on the list, another West Charlotte guy, Fred Staten. And I don't know anything about him. I wonder if he went to college or didn't make it there. Fred Staten, running back. Fred Staten College. Oh, Wake Forest. There we go. See if he did anything. Number 4 on the list.
Omarion Hampton.
This guy. Omarion Hampton, not on the list.
What?
Staten, by the way, played 2 years at Wake Forest. This guy is the best NFL player on this list. And he is part of the class of 2012 in high school. And it's kind of a shame.
Oh, Todd Gurley.
Yeah, Todd Gurley is correct.
Yeah.
He went out of North Carolina. This guy played at the University of North Carolina. Ryan Houston.
Oh, yep.
Class of 2007.
Yep. Bigger guy, kind of a battering ram. Yep.
Number 246 on the list, Quavaris Crouch. I've never heard of him, and he is somewhat recent. Class of 2019. See where he went to school. Quavaris Crouch is a football player. Oh, Tennessee. I see him in a Tennessee jersey. Now I guess at Johnson C. Smith, or ended up there. And Michigan State. Oh, my God, he's been everywhere. Transfer linebacker from Tennessee. So, okay, he got around. Kevin Parks, class of 2009. I got to say, I'm not familiar with that name.
No.
Kevin Parks, running back. Good old Kevin Parks played at Virginia. Also played for the Cologne Crocodiles of the German Football League.
They stunk.
I hear there's a lot of crocodiles in Germany.
Number 8, T.A. McClendon. Number 9 went to Georgia from Scotland County, I believe. And was he a Raider?
Zamir White.
Zamir White.
Yeah, Zeus. Just tried out for the 49ers last week.
Number 10 went to East Carolina. Byway. Can you give me a
Byway
of Charlotte? I can't remember what Charlotte, and it doesn't list it on the list here. Dominique Lindsay.
Oh, yeah.
Good running back here. This fella went to NC State, Tony Baker.
Yeah.
And then Daryl Vereen, class of 2006. Not familiar with him.
Where did Zamir White go high school? I didn't know he's from North Carolina.
Scotland County.
Daggone.
Daryl Vereen, running back. He went to Tennessee. So who were some snubs here? You could go a lot of Rose running backs, I think. Andre Brown.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
Andre
Jonathan
Brown.
Williams. I would definitely put Andre Brown on
I
there.
remember covering, when I worked in Wilmington, a Hoggard Rose game. Andre Brown rushed the ball 3 times for 210 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Not bad. Pretty
good.
Economical day, I would say, for him. And scored the game winner, unfortunately, against NC State. But I like looking at lists like that and seeing where those guys went and who they played for in college. And you had a couple there, Ken, get out of state. And that's always I seem like it was more of that. I remember Montario Hardesty going to Tennessee rather than staying in state. I mentioned Gurley, Zamir White there. Georgia likes to go after North Carolina guys, but saw some with Wake, NC State, Carolina, and ECU all represented. So that was good to see.
Where's Duke?
Where is Duke? Great question.
Defending ACC champion.
Where are they? People forget. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back more with Ken Watlington. We'll talk more football with Ken and have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a hot Wednesday in Eastern North Carolina. Back with you after this.
You
you want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here, and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown-friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Get ready, Greenville. Free Boot Friday is back, presented by Brightspeed, and only in downtown Greenville. Join us as we kick off the season September 11th. Enjoy the cool beach tunes from the Embers from 5:30 to 8:30 at the 5 Points Plaza. And we'll have plenty of ice-cold beer, wine, and seltzers from Carolina Eagle, Sup Crushes from Crush Distillery, the New Look Kids Zone, and local food trucks. Come celebrate the start of football season with us in downtown Greenville with Free Boot Friday. For more information, follow the Downtown Greenville Partnership on Facebook and Instagram.
What's going on, y'all? This is your man, Petey Pablo, and right now you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Raise up!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you're cruising around town or headed out for a weekend adventure, make sure you're riding in something you can count on from Capital Subaru of Greenville. From brand new Subarus with legendary all-wheel drive to quality pre-owned vehicles, Capital Subaru has your back. Stop by today or visit capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru, love what you drive. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. This is a great local news story that's come national. But, you get like those quirky, strange stories, Ken.
Oh, yeah.
For local news. This is
frightening.
Frightening. Maumelle, Arkansas? Maumelle? A high school football player in Arkansas had every right to be rattled after finding a... Have y'all seen this story?
No.
All right. A high school football player felt something weird during practice, like in his helmet.
Yeah, I already know where this is going.
Oh, gosh.
I wish I wouldn't have read that first line. What did he find? What was found in his helmet?
A rattlesnake. The Texas rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It just takes his helmet off. What?
It was not a rattlesnake.
It was not.
It was like cottonmouth.
Well, then why did it say rattle?
Very good point, Jared. Had every right to be rattled after finding a venomous snake inside his helmet during practice.
Was it on his helmet? Like, was it on his head or was it just on the ground?
So I heard this on the radio. This is the first time I'm reading the article. But he felt unusual movement inside his headgear following warm-ups, brought his helmet to an assistant coach for inspection. A slithering 2-foot cottonmouth was discovered behind some padding.
What?
So it was like,
okay, so
I
it
don't
was
think the actual snake was on his ear.
Okay.
It was like behind maybe the padding there.
Yeah.
Also, cottonmouths are the second most venomous snakes found in Arkansas.
Second to?
Yeah, Ken.
Number 1.
All right. Doesn't say in the article. We need to know that information. The Viper was so reluctant. The Viper? It was Randy Orton.
My God. It was a damn tag team match.
Cottonmouth, what's that? Water moccasins. I'm going to say it's a water
Yeah, it got to be a
moccasin.
water moccasin.
The Viper was so reluctant to exit the helmet, he RKO'd animal control officers. The officers had to submerge the helmet in water and force the snake out, grabbing it with tongs.
The helmet was then set on fire.
Why didn't they just shoot it?
Shoot him.
Just
The
blow
player,
it.
not the... no.
Wow.
No, the snake, of course.
Yikes. Animal Services Director Chris Davis, former
Is that the
Baltimore Oriole.
Yeah.
No, the NFL on NBC announcer.
Or I thought
That's
it was
Charles Davis.
I thought it
excuse
was the kid who returned the kick from Auburn,
I thought it was
Alabama.
my cousin from Virginia.
All right, well, we got them all in? No, there was the Chris with a K that played for the A's, too. First of all, Charles Davis, you said NBC?
I said CBS.
I think you might be wrong there, too.
Nope.
He's now on CBS.
He's now on CBS. He was with Fox for forever. Yeah.
He's been on CBS.
But you said NBC the first time.
I said CBS.
All right, hold on.
Oh, God.
I think he said PBS, actually.
I'm going to the tape.
No, I said TBS. Excuse me.
Well, you're TBD to be on the show anymore if you're lying to me right now.
Hey, I'll leave. You can produce. That's fine.
I got a Animal Services Director Chris Davis, former
Is that the
Baltimore Oriole.
Yeah. No, the NFL on NBC. God. Well, I meant to say CBS.
Receipts.
Somebody brought some receipts.
What a story. I'm going to have to ask.
And may we never speak of it again.
My God. It was unreal, said Davis. You had to be there to take pictures to say this was real. The player grabbed a different helmet and continued practice. I'll be done for the day. I remember when I used to like weed eat and stuff for my dad, and after cutting grass, and I was in between two greenhouses. You know, when you're weed eating, you're kind of looking ahead and not really looking at what's at your feet sometimes because it's a pretty big area. So I'm weed eating, and I look down, giant snake. It probably wasn't even giant. You know how the kids on the sandlot thought the dog was giant? Yeah. It's probably just a little old snake, but I was like, done for the day.
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow, maybe the next day, but I'm out.
This is more of a question for Ken. How is this news?
I mean,
are you kidding me?
Nothing. He didn't get bit. He didn't die.
This is a great story. Yeah. What are you talking about, man?
This is just the stuff where it's like, why are we watching this? Why are we watching the news? Why are we reading the news? If this is the biggest story.
It's not the biggest story, dumbass.
I just don't see the need
There's
for this to be reported on.
There's things going on in the world, Jared. This is not the number one story in the world. The number one stories in the world we don't talk about on the show because they're serious and depressing. This is just a weird, quirky story.
That's the problem.
It's entertainment.
What's the problem?
That we don't talk about the biggest news stories because they're depressing. Instead, everybody is just blocking it out, reading about snakes.
You can talk about it on a different program.
It's the only one I'm on.
Jamie says Jarrett yells at people to get off his lawn.
Well, I don't own a home. So.
Watch out for that snake on my lawn.
Johnny Hoop says Sean Williams played at the same high school as Snake in the Helmet. As the Snake? Okay, thank you, Johnny. Now don't you find that interesting? You never would have known that. Former Pirate basketball player.
Man.
Robert says, remember to tell Slim 80 the snake story. Kenny said, I've heard of a snake in my boot, but never in my helmet. See, people are enjoying this, man.
Yep.
I'm just saying, how is this news?
What do you want to talk about, man? The what's her name? The girl for the fever.
What? Richie Cunningham.
Sophie Cunningham.
Randall Cunningham. No.
Now that's the biggest news in America.
No, it's not. The only news that comes out of the WNBA is anything but basketball. There's actual entertaining stuff going on, and everybody's like, nah.
I love that that people like Jarrett, who insert politics into everything, have to pretend to care about like if Star Wars comes out and they're like it's too woke, they have to be sci-fi experts. If like a food business changes a logo or something, they're like, well, this place is gone. Well,
hold on now. You remember the Cracker Barrel rebranding? That was
there we go.
The absolute worst.
And now it's all the way down to the WNBA. They have to care about the WNBA.
It's insane. Like,
it's funny to
why is Enos Cantor and Royce White on my TV? I don't care about the transgender crap. I don't care about, well, hey, if they're going to allow it, Enos Cantor's now a woman. Who cares? Enos Cantor sucks at basketball. Royce White, but Daryl Morey, who drafted Royce White, said he's the worst first-round pick of all time.
Well, he won't fly on planes. So that was a big...
Probably because the snakes.
Red flag. There are snakes on this plane. Kenny says it's a story about football. It's a great story. Don't listen to Jarrett. It's an awesome news story.
How many games they win last season? Did it say that?
Who cares? No, I don't care. You don't care.
I don't care.
All right.
Spell Arkansas.
A-R, Kansas.
Which is spelled?
A-R-K-A-N-S-A-S.
Nailed it. Asked and answers. NBA news: Russell Westbrook announces his retirement from the NBA.
R.I.P.
Let's hope he gets.
How will you remember Russell Westbrook?
Average triple-double.
Bingo.
I remember, like, when I think of athletes, like if we're going to send some players from the NFL, NBA, MLB to the Olympics to represent the United States, Russell Westbrook would be one of the first. Like, just his explosiveness, like speed, power. Like, he was just think if he was a few inches taller. Like, what I mean, he was very, very athletic player. Not a great shooter, but a fine basketball player.
Yeah.
Not a Hall of Famer.
Yes,
he
is Hall of Famer.
He's Hall of Famer.
Look at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, if he had these accolades in the NFL, no, he's not a Hall of Famer.
It's not the baseball hall.
Yeah.
He averaged 20.
I mean, for Christ's sake, Doc Rivers is going in a few weeks.
Doc Rivers won as a coach.
Once.
Westbrook did not win a title, or is that false?
No, he never won.
Yeah. Averaged 10, 7, and 8. I mean, that's pretty solid. Stat sheet stuffer. As you said, averaged a triple-double one season. So, Russell Westbrook, announcing his retirement. Will he return to basketball?
Yes.
I think he will too.
Yeah.
I don't take any of these retirements serious anymore.
Well, he could probably go back to UCLA or something, the way that all that stuff's going.
Good point, Ken.
Fully on board with UCLA football. They're going to win a lot of games this year.
And their coach is? The guy
Bob
from
Chesney.
James Madison.
But they hired somebody to the staff this week that really changed.
Derek Carr? What a guess by me. What's he doing?
He's a special advisor to the quarterback.
Makeup coordinator, putting eyeliner on the players? That's natural, though, right?
Yeah.
How much of Derek Carr, you love Derek Carr, how much is it because of his good looks?
It's because of 2016. 12-4, MVP season. Broke his leg week 17.
Didn't win the MVP.
Because he broke his leg week 17.
I'm pretty sure that hay was in the barn by week 17, the final week of the season. He could have still won the MVP. Who won?
I don't know. Who won in 2016? Was it Matt Ryan?
Do you really not know?
Was it Matt Ryan?
Cam Newton?
No.
Cam Newton was the year before.
I think it's Matt Ryan because they went to the Super Bowl 28-3.
Matt Ryan. Do we have MVP voting? 2016 MVP voting. Let's see where Derek Carr was. Ken?
19th.
He was third behind Tom Brady and Matt Ryan.
Matty Ice.
2 Cowboys in the top 6 that year.
Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott.
Didn't they have to split Rookie of the Year?
Are you saying they were both drafted the same year?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I think Dak was the Rookie of the Year, right?
I think they both were.
Do you know Dak Prescott's name?
Dak.
Rain Dakota Prescott.
Really needed this rain.
NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year 2016. Ken, what is on your docket?
My docket?
Yes.
I'm going to go anchor the news starting at 5 o'clock. We have a Touchdown Friday gathering at 6:30 after the news to get ready, to rally the troops, to get ready for the first week of the season, which is 9 days away.
That is crazy. Next Friday. Do you know your assignments yet?
I do not. I'm sure wherever I can drive the farthest is where Brian Bailey will send me.
All right. And heard that's why they're keeping you around.
And then I'm going to watch the Braves tonight. Please beat the Mets.
There we go. Ken Watlington, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Don't talk about snakes and helmets on the news.
That's what they're doing at 6:30, planting a bunch of snakes and helmets.
Only the serious stuff, okay?
Okay, only.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Got Donnell Coley and more. Hour number 2. Back after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
What's up, Pirate Nation? It is I, Linval Joseph, and I'm super excited that I will be coming back to Greenville, North Carolina. I want it to be one of the best events that Greenville has to offer. I'm excited to meet everybody. It's been way too long. Let's go, Pirates. Let's be great. See you soon.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th. Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Ready to save money on your current automobile loan? Right now, our road to savings couldn't be faster. At First Flight, we're making borrowing easy with our limited-time auto refinance promotion. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary to see how one of our experienced lenders can beat your current auto loan rate by 0.5%. All local residents are membership eligible. Terms and conditions do apply. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. For Buick, we've got Invistas at 0.9 with $1,000 purchase allowance. Encore GX 0.9 with $2,250 in purchase allowance. Envision also with 0.9 with $1,750 in purchase allowance. And Enclave 0.9 with $750 in purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Is your car making strange noises, or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, going full contact with Donnell Coley, throwing elbows. To start the segment, Donnell, welcome in. How you doing?
Hey, it's full pads now, baby. We can do what we want.
Yes, sir.
Full pads.
Time to get physical. Our New Blue Pirate Report, brought to you by New Blue. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge at a time where the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best. New Blue, ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, HVAC needs. Contact them. Call nublue.com. And Donnell, we've already ran down some Jordan Davis cuts, and we'll run some more. Also, Jordan Hankins. But what was your take on talking to the Jordans for the first time this fall camp?
The Jordan is one Jordan 1 and Jordan 2. We should ask them that today.
Well, they're spelled differently.
Do they? Yeah, but it's still
Jordan A,
sounds
Jordan
the
O.
same.
So is Jordan O Hankins?
Yeah.
I spelled them the same on my cut sheet and when I saved them.
Yeah.
From now on, I will fix that. You know what? I'll tell you after week 3.
Okay.
Who Jordan A and Jordan B is.
Okay. Cool.
Depending on how the sides of the ball fare.
I like this. I like where we're going.
From what I understand today, Jordan A was Jordan Hankins.
Oh.
According to a report from Jared Watkins.
Oh.
Defense did look really good today.
Oh.
But, I mean, my biggest Oh, geez, was the quarterback.
Oh, jeez. Is this a new segment?
Yeah.
Jared's oh, jeez.
The big OGs.
Spelled with a J.
Yes.
How do you spell G's if you're typing it out? J or G?
It kind of alternates.
Yeah.
Is it G? I think it's G.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I was just thinking in my head, maybe a J.
Yeah.
Oh, G's. Like, that could be like a double, you know.
Oh, you're talking about like G's, like Snoop Dogg G's? Like G's up and H is down?
Yeah, see? It's the wordplay.
Well, if we're talking about that, you wouldn't have to specify that it's a G, because it's just the letter G.
How do y'all say the word for a moving image that you can text or put up? How do y'all say it?
A GIF?
GIF.
Once again, it kind of alternates. GIF.
I've always gone GIF, but I've heard that like the creator meant it to be called GIF.
He did.
But if that's the case, put a J on it. You know what I'm saying?
But then that's copyright infringement from the peanut butter.
That is also true.
I was just going to say that. Is it Giffy butter?
So you're cool with this conversation, but not the snake element?
I was cool with the conversation. My point is just like, that's why I asked Ken, what determines what's reported on? Like, how is that news? That is not something that serves the community unless it's like, hey, watch out. A lot of cottonmouths out this year. It's just one guy had a cottonmouth in his helmet. That's something you see on like Spike TV, 1,000 Ways to Die.
So once we get to like 3 or 4 and it becomes an epidemic, then can we report on it?
Yes, of course. If
All
I
right.
need to wear a mask because of all the cottonmouths. If there's a cottonmouth vaccination, then yes, report on it, please.
Jamie said Jared needs his settle down juice.
Oh, trust me, I agree.
All right. Maxon says, Kenny, you almost made me cackle on the mic harder than Bailey. Was that Kenny's
For
comment?
his comment.
The snake
The
identified
snake
as a helmet?
as a helmet.
Okay. All right.
That's gold, Jerry, gold.
Ron says, go Pirates. Jay says, who's considered the greatest ECU football player of all time? I feel like out of everybody in these two rooms, I'm the elder statesman here.
Yeah, you get final say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The greatest player of all time. Like, I still think pound for pound, like Dwayne Harris is the best football player I've seen in an ECU uniform. But I was too young to enjoy. I mean, if you could go quarterback and say Jeff Blake or David Garrard. You could go defense. I don't know. I would say Dwayne Harris, but there are older Pirates or more intelligent Pirates that could certainly argue that point. But I think we can open that up to the chat. Who is the greatest ECU football player of all time?
Well, Cliff, I would say Justin Hardy.
Would you?
Yes, Cliff.
All right, we get it. He calls me Clip now, okay?
Okay.
When you do like lists like that, or like just in general, when you're talking, especially with the college athletes, do you factor in their pro
No,
careers?
I don't think
do
you
strictly
can.
Do you strictly? Yeah. Okay.
That's a good question. Because if you go that route, you would say Chris Johnson.
I was gonna say because that narrows it down a little bit.
Ernest Bonner. Chase says Robert Jones. CL says the highest peak was Chris Johnson. I mean, as a player, maybe. Okay. The year after Chris Johnson left, we got up to number like 14 in the nation after starting 3-0. And that was led by a great defense, of course. Hey, look, I'll ask Andrew Bays, ECU Hall of Famer. Now, he's a punter.
Himself.
And no offense, I don't know if a punter can be the greatest player of ECU football history.
No.
South Dakota State would probably like he was a kicker, but Adam Vinatieri.
Do we have Adam Vinatieri talking about Bill Belichick?
Probably not. Yes,
Okay.
we do.
All right, hit it.
I would repeat those last few statements about Coach Bill Belichick as well. Thank you for demanding excellence every single day. Your preparation, discipline, and attention to detail shaped far more than my football career. Unfortunately, Bill couldn't make it here today. There's a lot going on at UNC right now. He may be on a recruiting trip right now looking for the next Lawrence Taylor. I thought it was because training camp had already started, but in truth, it's because he's judging his girlfriend's cheerleading competition.
You can tell he practiced in the mirror when he did that little before the line. There's a lot going on at Chapel Hill right now.
I mean, just beating the dead horse. Like, it's not even funny anymore. We get it. Got a young girlfriend.
I think a player saying it in a Hall of Fame speech setting is pretty funny. Donnell, what do you think about a player using the Pro Football Hall of Fame induction as a roast situation?
It's just I don't like it. I don't
Okay.
like it. It's just it's not the right setting.
Show a little class.
Show a little class. You got your little gold jackets on, show some class, man. But that's where we are now, though. If you want to get some headlines, you want to get some clicks, and go
put
viral.
a snake in your helmet.
Go viral. I'm mad I missed this snake in the helmet thing, man. This is taking off.
Have you seen the story?
I haven't seen no.
Oh, we got to reset.
Here we go.
Sorry, Jarrett hates this and says it shouldn't be news.
You get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
It's a great story. It's a great local news story.
It's entertainment.
It's
not,
interesting. It's not news.
Yeah. It's not necessarily. I can see where Jarrett's coming from. It's not necessarily life changing news, but it's so entertaining that it is good enough to
I
be
didn't say
on.
anything
the
about
news.
life changing. It's just not news.
Well, I hate to say it. It's on the New York Times, NBC News, ABC News.
Because they're suppressing the real news.
As it should.
Jarrett, it's not overtaking the other news. A venomous cottonmouth snake was found inside a football player's helmet during practice. The player was not bitten. Wow, Davis, here's another quote from a news story. If the snake would have bit the child, it probably would have been very fatal.
It's a con.
Probably.
Do you have to say very fatal? Isn't it just fatal or not fatal?
Also, like, never mind.
I think I did see something about this. Now that you're actually.
Is this news?
It's news.
Thank you.
Because you know
What does
why?
he know?
You know why it's news?
What do you know about the news?
What do I know about the news? My newspaper job. I think it's news because it's what we call novel. So it's not something you see every day.
Exactly.
It's out of the ordinary. Now, where it ranks in your importance meter and all that, well,
We all know, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Well, I
Jared
don't know. We
is
got to
saying
say it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
We got to say it.
Davis said, I've removed a snake out of a car vent in an engine, purses, backpacks, and a helmet. Never.
Where is this guy hanging out?
He's the snake guy.
They are in Arkansas.
Hey, they call him Jared. It's not like
Oh, okay.
he just
Never
goes
mind.
and
I
hangs
thought
out.
that was the player.
This is the animal control guy. If there's a snake found in Mitch Griffiths' helmet tomorrow, you don't think that's newsworthy. You are insane.
That's front page.
I just
Daily
can't.
Reflector.
I can't. believe-
You don't think we're going to lead with that on Pirate Radio Live tomorrow instead of how he
We
passed?
will. But
There's a sign. We got something from the quarterbacks finally. There's a sign. Look, I can already write it right now.
I just can't believe the snake was in his helmet while he was wearing it.
I know.
That's insane.
And was like, yeah, I've got a little discomfort, a little rattling going on.
Something's a little weird.
Jamie's going with David Garrard. Could be talked out of it. Matt says Keith Stokes, maybe not the best, but he was pretty good. Yeah, definitely not the best, but he was pretty good. He was really good.
Where would the captain rank on that list, do you think?
See, depends on who you ask. If you ask younger Pirates, Shane Carden could be number one. Or is it his receivers, Justin Hardy and Zay Jones? But if you go further back, people will say David Garrard and Jeff Blake were better than Shane Carden.
Yeah.
I think I might change mine from Justin Hardy to Mark Washington. Come on, man. He's a leg. You got a sack at a Peach Bowl, dude.
I heard one person laugh at that, but it was you. Number one all-time Pirate to see at Overtime Tavern, Mark Washington. I love seeing Mark.
He'll
over there
punch
at
you right in
Taco
the ribs.
You want to talk about intense?
Yeah.
It can be March. He's like, you ready for Pirate football? Like, shaking.
The day after the bowl game, you ready?
I have to speak to him at like arm's length, table's length, because I'm afraid of the contact I'm going to get with former Pirate.
He would always, when I would go all the time, he would hit me right in like the shoulder or the ribs, and I'd be like, "Geez, man." He's like, "Come on, man, you gotta get big, gotta buff up." And then one time, he hit me so hard, like I stopped breathing for like 10 seconds. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, finally, you understand how hard you hit me here."
Gotta be careful. Johnny says Mofo. Rest in peace. Morris Foreman. Awesome nickname, too. Morris Foreman, nickname Mofo.
I was like, man, are we going to have to edit the chat now? What are we doing?
He was a linebacker that returned punts.
What?
That's a bad man.
That sounds like a bad
That
man.
is a. I need to look up tape on that tonight.
That's a bad man. Morris Foreman.
I want to see that.
Donnell, you want to hang out one more segment?
Let's do it, man.
We'll dive into what Jordan Davis and
I might answer your question this time. I don't even think I answered your question the first time. So
what's your question?
We got into I think we started talking about the Jordans, and then I didn't say anything about them. I might answer your question next segment. We'll see.
All right.
I'm telling you, the snake is suppressing real news.
I do that a lot, Donnell. Ask a question, then move on to 8 other things and not get your answer. So I apologize about that. What did Donnell think of talking to the Jordans the first time in fall camp? We'll get that answer and hear what those guys had to say when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday after this.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsey Gray from Carolina Caliber. Whether you're getting pumped to cheer on the Pirates or prepping for a deer stand, here's a reminder. There's a time to amp it up and a time to tone it down. Save the noise for game day. Quiet your cannon with a suppressor from Carolina Caliber. We specialize in making suppressor ownership easier than ever, guiding you through every step of the process. We carry top brands like Silencer Co., Surefire, Thunderbeast Arms, Huxworks, Bagara, and many more. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Bring the taste of New England to your table at Basil's. Try the crispy clam fritters, fresh Cape Cod chopped salad, classic linguine with clam sauce, or the savory Clams Casino pizza. Every dish is packed with bold coastal flavor and made fresh just for you. Pair it with your favorite beer, wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted cocktails. Eat local, drink local. Basil's on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Pirates supporting pirates.
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care. From quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service. Keeping Greenville moving.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the Pirates fly.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites, flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Hi, I'm Shay Asby.
And I'm Beth Everett.
At NC On Point, experience the thrill of professionally guided quail, chucker, pheasant, and even duck hunts on one of North Carolina's premier hunting preserves. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or headed to the field for the very first time, we can make that day an unforgettable one. Don't have a bird dog? We've got you covered. Our experienced guides hunt with professionally trained bird dogs and a comfortable on-site lodge that lets you unwind after an incredible day in the field.
So gather your friends, book your hunt, and start making memories that last a lifetime. Visit nconpoint.com today. Go Pirates!
You want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now, but let's head back into PRL. Here's clip.
All right, Jared, you're going to hate this. Is this news? ESPN. ESPN, the N does stand for news, right? Or not? No, it stands for network. Entertainment Sports Network.
Network.
Top story on ESPN.com right now. From Dan Kendra to John Mateer, an investigation of jacked college quarterbacks. You click on it, it says swole ball game. Should quarterbacks be jacked? And in an ESPN investigation.
It's not into like steroid use or anything.
No, I think it's just guys working out and having buff arms. Like Donnell Coley.
You know?
Yeah, well, I mean.
Biceps.
Get your push-ups in.
Should sports writers be jacked? I say no. Sorry, you're in the wrong field. Best Pirates of all time list. Matt is going Junior Smith, ECU all-time leading rusher. Junior will join us next Wednesday on Pirate Radio Live. Been fun to talk to him. Let's see. Greatest. John Moody said, "Oh, John, you'd be good at this. Who is the greatest football player of all time?" Google says CJ2K, says Jay. So that's what Google's going with. Donnell, question for you. What did you think of talking to Jordan and Jordan for the first time this fall camp? Before you answer. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. What'd you think of the guys?
No, those guys, Jordan Davis, we'll go with him first. Jordan with an A. But Jordan, I like talking to him because he's always straight up with us, it seems like. For, twice now that we've talked to him? Yeah. So it seems like he does give us straight answers. No, we're not going to know a quarterback right now. But I think what I took from him today was Michael Allen is ahead. I don't think any of us had that. Michael Allen could be the starting running back for ECU this year.
We've played the Michael Allen cut. Let's hear cut 13, Jarrett, on our New Blue Pirate Report. Jordan Davis was asked about Ashton Gray.
He's been doing really good. He needs to be a little bit more consistent. I thought he put the ball on the ground, today in the red zone period that could have hurt us. He got back on it, but just a little bit more consistency from him. But you guys know when he flashes, he flashes. He can be a really, really good running back in this conference. So we're excited about Ashton.
I feel like coaches don't talk about a lot of turnovers and stuff at practice, but maybe he's trying to.
I mean, Blake Harrell brought up from like week 9 last year, last week. He's like, TJ Eagleman, he fumbled in like week 9 last year. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Get over it, coach. I wonder if that has anything to do with it, though, Donnell. But Michael Allen, you're right, is getting a lot of praise right now.
I think the guys right now that are ahead from everything I took from today and even our conversations with Harold is, hey, what are you doing consistently each day? Are you just doing the routine aspects of the game, just going out there, doing your job, not doing anything spectacular? We got a bunch of guys that we hear are doing spectacular things.
Jeremiah Melvin.
But we're not hearing about those guys in starting roles right now. So
let's try to parse who are the consistent guys. I think
Jeremiah Melvin.
Unfortunately, I think he's more flash than hit the start of cut 10, Jarrett.
Yeah, I think Jeremiah Melvin. He's been past 2 or 3 days. He's
Okay.
looked really consistent.
All right.
He's a big guy.
He
If you
cut
look
it.
out there,
Because Blake Harrell said he wanted to see more consistency out of the wide receivers. But from that position, I would say Brock Spalding would be the answer, Donnell. Michael Allen, I guess you're putting in that category for running backs. Bryce Weaver, I hear his name.
Hayes Creel. The 2 tackles are set. Hayes Creel.
So, yeah,
Brandon Best.
cut 11. He did not mention Brandon Best previously, and once his name was brought up, it almost sounds like Jordan Davis should have mentioned Brandon Best.
I didn't mention Brandon, but Brandon is definitely one of our best players. I mean, he is super twitchy. He can play center. He can play guard. They're kind of getting both, splitting some reps just in case. But Brandon's is really doing a really good job of communication and leading these guys. And Brandon's a stud, so we're excited about him. Carson's coming along. The more football that Carson Jones can play, the better. He's had some injuries, but I've been excited about what he can do. Everybody, they love Carson. He's a good leader on the O-line, so we're excited about him.
Kind of speculating here, Donnell, but from what we saw in the spring, heard a little bit in the fall, maybe Brandon Best is so consistent that the coaches don't even think about Mitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to worry about him. We're eyeballing some other guys. So I think I would probably put him in that consistent category too that you're talking about with Allen, Brandon Best, Brock Spalding. Is it about time to add Ray Ray? Hearing a lot about Ray Ray.
I think everybody just assumes that Ray Ray's going to be out there because of everything we keep hearing about. Man, when Ray Ray touches the ball, like, he's going to, or you just look up his YouTube highlights, and everybody's like, oh, all right, he's going to play. So
Jordan Hankins mentioned him today when I said, what offensive player is giving you trouble? He said Ray Ray. So, but yeah, anybody else you think is in the coach's good graces right now from a consistency standpoint?
Defensively, we talk about defense.
Okay, we can go over there.
Cruz Law is definitely one we always hear, and DJ Johnson. Those two. And then along the line, of course, Preston Carr. And, outside of him, I think that's where you have, along the defensive line, outside of him, you got the linebackers on the outside, Juju Davis, and who else? Kendrick DeJour. But I don't know. I feel like other than that, it's kind of up in the air for those guys.
And maybe I'm forgetting, and y'all can correct me, but I feel like linebacker hasn't been a huge strength for East Carolina in a while. Had some good ones during the HUD era, which was led by that D-line. And then in the rough era with, Zeke and some guys that could really play, I guess Monteese on the outside, Brandon Williams, Jordan Williams, the Williamses. But, man, when he started rattling off the names, part of the reason that Blake Harrell said he's excited about the position group and why Jordan Hankins likes him is because of the experience and the amount of snaps they've gotten. And that is a very veteran-led position group, Donnell, those linebackers.
Yeah, it goes back to what Coach Harrell said during the kickoff. We're always talking about the returning starter, There's not a lot, but if you talk about returning experience,
right.
Like they have a ton of experienced guys, whether they got them from the portal, whether they're coming back from last year, they've been with the program 2-3 years, now it's their turn. So hopefully, you would hope that pans out. Hopefully, it turns into something successful. So
I think Jackson Barker's going to be a guy to watch in that room.
He was mentioned today as well.
He's great on special teams the last couple of years.
Let's hear a little Jordan Hankins. And his answers were short. Like, we got a ton of Q&As in, and it was only 8 minutes total. So instead of going each answer, I just split them up into 2-minute parts. So let's hear Jordan Hankins part 1, and we'll kind of break down what he said.
Your defense kind of matures from screen and out early in camp?
Good. I mean, building off of veterans that have been here and understand the culture and how you play. And obviously Coach Harrell's culture that he's instilled since been the DC and now the head coach and all that's been fun to be a part of it.
There's more pressure working for a defensive head coach who kind of has been on your side?
No. Just coach football, man. Just coach football. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still the same stuff. Everybody has the same expectations. I've got just as high as expectations as he does. We both understand that. And reality is, I want to do a great job for him, but it don't matter who. I want to do a great job for whoever I'm working for.
Zaire Gamble seems like he's making plays a lot. Just what are you seeing out of him?
Good player. Consistent and, like very smart player. I mean, big football IQ, and always asking questions and things like that. First 7 practice, I really like what I see out of him.
Coach Harrell said the linebacker group was one group that he really liked out there. Who are the individuals that are making that group?
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. No, I mean, I've got, obviously DJ's back, and he's played a bunch of snaps and Pirate through and through. And then, Jackson Barker's back, and he played some snaps last year too. And then you add, Cade Law and Cruz Law, and Jordan Miles is a year older, who played a bunch of special team snaps, because there's a lot of on-field game experience just from those 5 guys. And the younger guy, it's really just lifting up the bottom. It's lifting up those younger guys. But they're fun. They come to work every day. Very physical bunch. Which is a good thing. You don't have to tell them to go. Then you got to fix them a lot, but you don't have to tell them to go. And that's the fun part with those guys.
How excited are y'all for the Law Bros? Heard a lot about Cruz Law, and he's got a brother with him too.
Yeah, Cade. I don't know. I haven't seen him do really anything. I haven't really seen him out at practice. It's really just DJ Johnson that's I'm really excited for. And like I said, Jackson Barker on special teams last year showed a lot. I think that can translate.
DJ was mentioned by Bryce and Preston yesterday, right? As far as his hitting.
I mean, by God, Preston Carr was like, "Yeah, he's hit me."
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think that's supposed to happen. But.
Hey, live bullets, man. Be careful. But again, Donnell, veteran group there. And like you said, you bring in the Laws, and they come in with Hankins from Memphis. So the familiarity is a good thing, and the experience is a great thing.
I think Cruz, what you're going to see from him is not the flashy stuff like with DJ, what we're hearing from him, but consistency. We're going to get 8 tackles a game and stuff like that from him probably. So you're going to get a guy who's always going to know how to communicate the play and get everybody in the right position probably. So that's what I'll be looking out for with him.
All right, and you brought up Michael Allen a moment ago. Let's hit cut 5 again. Brian, I think Jordan Davis had mentioned Michael Allen, and Brian North wanted to hear a little bit more about him. Cut 5.
I think I think the best word for Michael is like savvy. Like you can put him out wide, you can put new things on him every single day, and like he just has a good feel, whether that's running with patience and switching his speeds up, whether that's catching the ball in the backfield, whether that's knowing where he's going on some of the tempo stuff. Like he just gets it really fast, and I think you can tell he's played a lot of different football and a lot of different systems. So he's just a savvy guy that gets lined up pretty fast out there.
I was going to say, sounds like a guy that's played a lot of football. I asked Brian Bailey to describe his game at Rose and how he played, and he just said smooth. And at that level, if you're the elite athlete on the field, it can almost look like you're not going full speed and running by guys. Obviously different in college, but sounds like he's coming into his own, obviously, and been at a lot of stops, and love that his final college chapter anyway will be here in his backyard at East Carolina. Donnell, Jarrett, even Jackson, who you hadn't been out there, but you're a Pirate football fan. Any names we haven't mentioned that you'd like to discuss? From I want to see more of this guy. Where is this guy? I mentioned Jaquez Petaway earlier.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to know if he is involved.
Zaire Gamble was the one that picked off Mitch Griffiths.
Yeah.
It transferred from, I believe,
App State
safety. I don't know what to talk about it because I've only seen him out there. But he's in the red, no contact.
Harold's talked about him, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Harold likes him.
It just seems like every time I go out there, he stands out because he's in the red jersey, but he's just making plays. Play after play, he's involved.
I want to see Ashton Levels, man. I mean, we think he's good. I think we hear a lot of things about him that he's good, but, Coach Harold is had his doubts about him this week. I think it was this week when he was talking about him. He needs to be consistent, and that's kind of the theme.
Would you say that is doubting a player this early on into fall camp, or is it? I feel like it's kind of just a message to the players through the media. I don't think it's like he has doubts about him. I think it's like he likes his game and he sees that there's another step he could progress towards.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would say that. That's a better word. But I think, as far as not being sure that he's the guy on the outside that everybody thinks he is right now. So that's a challenge, I guess. It's a good challenge. It's a good word. It's a challenge to him right now. And that's what I want to see. I want to see if he answers it.
I think what you're talking about is definitely done in the NFL and probably done more in college now as well, Jarrett. But, sounds like to me he's a guy that Blake Carroll knows he's got it and has shown it. But didn't show it yesterday, so I'm going to say his name today because I'm going to send a message to do it.
We'll see if it was received. That's what I want to see.
I'd definitely say mine would be Josiah Robinson, and hearing more going on that defensive line between him and Ryan Rosenborough, and just trying to get more of a feel, because we heard about the offensive line. I want to know what that up front four are going to do.
Yeah, I feel like that position group was not talked about a lot today, or really through this fall camp so far. So
I think it's because there's a lot of returners, and it's like we know what these guys can do. There's really no need to ask about them.
Maybe.
At least that's my thought process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know people want to hear about quarterbacks, but there was really nothing. I asked Cut 7, is there any separation between the quarterbacks? I think initially he said yes and got excited, but then no, there's not. Cut 7.
Yeah, I think, from the first question, I think they're so much more comfortable with the offense and operating. I think they've kind of gone back and forth. They're going with the ones each and every day. One guy will go with the ones one day, one guy will go with the twos. So they've both done some really good things. So they're still battling out. So we still need to have this scrimmage and a few more of these practices.
All right. I mean, gave us something there. Okay, gave us nothing, but did say, I think it shows how important these scrimmages are.
Kind of threw you at least a little bit of a timetable.
Yeah.
Get through these scrimmages. I mean, that is a couple weeks, but.
So we are going to have one single starter week 1.
Well, I mean, there's a guy who's going to start, and there's a guy who's going to start off on the bench. They're both probably going to play.
I know we joke, but like you could have them both in the backfield.
Yeah. And I mean,
split quarterback set.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like the Mike Wright stuff that they were doing like last year. Yeah,
do that too.
Again.
Robert says good news that DeJour is involved in practice, maybe in good standing with the coaches. Now, was he involved in the preseason stuff? No, in the was he the guy with the gun?
Him and Horsley were. I think they were some of the players.
Like pointing at Alabama or whatever. Yeah, maybe so.
He had a great sack in the bowl game. Seems like he's making a lot of.
Cut 12. I asked Jordan Davis, who's giving you trouble?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Thank you.
I guess one guy you always notice is DeJour. I mean, he's the guy that's on the edge. You got to know exactly where he's at. If you're drop back passing, like you can be in trouble if you live in that world because he'll be in the backfield in a hurry. So that's the guy I would say.
All right, DeJour,
good player,
good kid. He'll be there week 1, right? You think there's a chance?
He's on the team.
You think there's a chance there is a penalty for their actions?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know if there's a chance. Interesting. Take a guess.
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Donnell, man, I meant to ask this to Ken. He's a little closer to my age than you are, but did you ever watch Saved by the Bell?
Here and there.
Okay.
So I can tell you like the main characters, but that's about it. Like I couldn't tell you all the episodes.
Let's see if you can tell me the main characters. List them off.
Screech.
Okay. Wow, you
Zach,
start with Screech. Okay.
Yeah. Zach, Kelly. What's my man Slater? Oh man.
What's his name?
Yeah.
First, it's 2 letters.
Oh man.
Come on, man.
AJ, DJ,
AC.
AC. I don't say okay. AC.
Which of course stands for
air conditioning.
Albert Clifford. Albert Clifford.
Wow.
And
wow.
There's a couple girls, right? That you hadn't mentioned.
Denise.
There was no Denise.
Kelly, that's all.
Yep.
All I got is Kelly.
And Jesse Spano.
Oh,
also.
Okay, Jesse.
All right. So, do you remember the college years?
No.
Dang.
But I knew they had that show. I didn't know that, but no.
And y'all were too young.
No.
This was just for me, and hopefully some listeners out there. I'm sure you guys around my age watch Saved by the Bell or know it, but. So I talked to Mike Golick Jr. yesterday. Bob Golick was on the show on Saved by the Bell, the college years, and was I don't know what he was.
Yes.
Okay, you remember that now?
This. Yes, I remember this.
I love like nostalgia hitting, like you hadn't seen this in so long, and then you see it.
Yeah.
So I had to ask. This was really the only question I wanted to ask. We talked football, and we'll hear that later. But I asked Mike Golick Jr., about Bob Golick, his uncle, being on Saved by the Bell, and he's younger than me as well. But I asked, did you watch Saved by the Bell? Cut 3 from Golick.
I was too young to be in like the core fan base, but I had an awareness of it. It was so popular. And I always tell people this was my reminder constantly through life about how much bigger the world of pop culture is and entertainment than our little world of sports. Like we all live it every day and we think it's the most important things. And we see that the NFL is like 99 of the top 100 live broadcasts every year. But then I went off to college. And again, this is 2008 when I went to Notre Dame. So it was the height of Mike and Mike and Mike, Dad, and Greenie's popularity. And I get on campus and people would see my last name. And the first thing they would ask about was Saved by the Bell. And I'm like, man, the college years wasn't even the one that got as much run as normal Saved by the Bell.
Right.
But it still made such an impact on people. And so, no, it got brought up early and often in my life. And again, was always that reminder that our little world of sports is just that little in comparison.
So there you go. The Golick name lives on due to Bob Golick in Saved by the Bell. Cool to catch up with Mike Golick Jr. and we'll
Give me back my son!
I was gonna say, Jarrett, to play that clip, like Mike Golick got tired of Mike Greenberg as a co-host, and they asked him who he wanted to co-host with him, and he said,
Give me back my son!
and that's what he got there. Donnell at the movies. You seen any new movies lately? Old movies? New movies? I watched the drama.
Did see Odysseus.
Whoa.
The Odyssey.
The Odyssey.
Is Odysseus like the
that's his name,
That's his
Odysseus.
name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
name.
why it's
That's
called
his
the Odyssey, because Odysseus
Odysseus,
went on a
that's his name.
journey, and now that's why it's in
Why
Odyssey.
isn't it called Odysseus?
Because
No, I'm a serious question.
like the poem from like thousands of years ago is the Odyssey,
Right.
Well, Odyssey is a word.
because of the main character's name, Odysseus. That's
Yeah.
why the Odyssey is a word.
But you know what I meant. You know what I meant. Did see that.
Why are they making a new word off another word? Why not just have one word?
What do you- a
Because
new
they're
word is
Greek.
from 5,000 years ago.
It's because it's ancient Greece.
What'd you think of it?
It was awesome, man. I didn't get to see the IMAX experience of it though, so I got to do that because I hear because it was all shot in IMAX, so I got to see that in IMAX. But
It does. You could watch it on a damn telephone.
Did it take you on
Yeah.
quite the Odysseus? That's my point. Why do you have two separate words? Why not just have Odysseus?
What do you mean? Odysseus is his name.
Yeah, and then you said they came up with a new word off of his name.
The word derives from his name.
Why? Why do we need another word? Just have his name.
I don't know. Go talk to Homer.
Simpson?
Yeah.
So
I was kind of disappointed that Mo Sizlak was not in it. I thought Odysseus would have went to Moe's at some point.
Did you recognize Gary Bertier in the movie?
Oh.
Oh, that's the real one. I was looking for the fake Gary Bertier. I saw where this guy was in the movie. Wasn't there there was a ton of folks in that movie?
There was a ton. There were a ton. I probably missed them. There were so many, man.
All right.
It was epic though.
Donnell, thanks for joining us.
Always, man.
I feel like we got some decent talk in there. Maybe. Kind of. Sort of.
Yep.
Check out the pages of the Daily Reflector, online, reflector.com. We'll see you Saturday at the scrimmage.
You bet.
And see what Blake Harrell has to say after that. And hopefully a few players as well. All right, back with you to wrap up hour number 2. Jamie said, didn't everyone read the Odyssey in school? No. I read some Shakespeare. What else did I read in school? At ECU, I read, I think, The Sound and the Fury.
Beowulf.
Maybe.
Oh.
Jackson.
I had Beowulf. I had Beowulf.
I read, I remember the words, not the title. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine's an addictive chemical.
Man. Back with you. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Recalculating. You are now in the middle of nowhere. Well, not exactly. Welcome to Martin County, the middle of nowhere, but the center of everything. Just 80 miles from the Outer Banks, 90 from Raleigh, and less than 30 minutes from East Carolina University and the Pamlico River. Kayak the Roanoke River, dance in downtown Williamston, or just watch horses do their thing in farm life. So yeah, you could stay stressed, or you have arrived at peace. Martin County, get lost in the best way.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and RentAFishTank.com.
Michelob Ultra is brewed here. So is the feeling when we rally together behind one team. From the pitch to the pool, Superior is brewed here. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart is your premier locally owned and operated country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. They have 3 locations to serve you on Highway 11 in Bethel, Highway 903 in Stokes, and their newest location, Highway 11 across from Aidan Griffin High School. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, welcome back. Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Jarrett and Jackson, y'all are ADs and work closely with the football coach. The year is 2026. How are you scheduling non-conference football games if you are a big boy?
Oh, big. Okay.
And let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. So let's look at Indiana's schedule.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to base mine off of.
And I'll pull that up in a moment. Are you going Indiana schedule, or are you going? I think Oklahoma has a big.
Yeah, they play Michigan week 2.
Yeah.
And who is it? Texas plays Ohio State.
Yeah.
So go with either one of those. Do you want to play that marquee game, or do you avoid it and wait for conference to play your tough games?
I wait till conference if I'm in, especially the Big Ten or I guess SEC too. But I don't know. I'll give you one like, oh man, that's interesting, because Indiana doesn't have like a oh man, that's interesting.
No.
But yeah, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. I'm trying to run the table. All my matchups are marquee because of what I just did last year. I don't need another big name. I am the big name.
I like that.
That fired me up a little bit. So Auburn, I believe they play Baylor, right?
Yeah, that's week 1.
So let's look at their full schedule. Auburn's got Baylor, Southern Miss, and who they play at FCS? Samford.
Yeah,
as
I
their
like that.
non-conference.
'Cause, Baylor's beatable.
So you get another power whatever conference team, a Southern Miss, and FCS. You like that? That's kind of an in between scheduling Ohio State.
Yeah.
Or scheduling
Like if I was
nobody.
Indiana right now, Baylor is probably about as high as I'd go.
Okay. So you think it's, hey, look, we're gonna prove ourselves in conference.
Yeah, I mean, you still want to
need
put
do it.
butts in seats. I don't think
True.
Indiana's going to fill a stadium playing North Texas.
Yeah. Well, but like you said, there's a I mean, week 1 they should sell out. Hey, come watch the champions. Don't
That's
they
true, but I
raise
mean-
a banner or something? Jackson, how about you?
I was about to say week 1, I'd probably play group of 5, but top of their conference. So like I would play a North Texas or a Memphis out of the American. Week 2, I'd probably make that the marquee matchup, top 25.
So
just
you would
to
still
test
play a
it.
marquee game?
Yes, just to test the waters, see how my team looks this year, and then after that, it'll just be cupcake.
Yeah, I mean,
Like what? You get 3.
But if you're Ohio State or one of these teams, like you don't really need to test the waters. Like I don't know. I hate it that it's that way because as a fan, I want to see these marquee matchups, but
I was approaching it as more of like an Auburn because we were just talking about them, like how I would do it if I was there in a program trying to get back on top.
I asked Mike Goley Jr. about scheduling philosophy in 2026 when he joined us. You can check out the whole interview on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. Here's what he had to say, cut 1.
I think that it's going to wind up being on the college football playoff committee to decide what message they want to send on this front. Because if you are Kurt Cignetti, you need only look at the other recent Big Ten champions and say, hey, I learned it by watching you, right? You look at Michigan and Ohio State, the years that they each won their national championship. And, I get Ohio State's got the home and home in Texas the last couple of years. I think their out of conference schedule, the hardest game they played was Marshall at the beginning of that national championship season. Michigan played nothing and nobody, and it's worked. And even with the expanded playoff, where you're right, in theory, it's easier to make the postseason than it's ever been in college sports. These coaches are still saying, well, it's hyper competitive inside our conferences. We play tough enough teams, and we believe if we handle our business, I can get to that playoff that's good for my job resume. Why am I going to make that path any harder than I need to if I don't believe we're being rewarded? It's why you've heard Steve Sarkisian and the SEC and others bring up, hey, strength of schedule is something that needs to be talked about more in the college football playoff committee. And I had this conversation recently with a friend of mine, Nicole Arbach, who does a great job over at NBC Sports, who covered a lot of this conversation as it pertained to college basketball years ago. And as she wrote when she was at USA Today and pointed out, the college basketball selection committee made it abundantly clear as the years went along, hey, we are penalizing teams and rewarding teams based on who they schedule in the non-conference. Different sport, different sample size, all those things. But it's had an effect where now college basketball is getting better non-con games as a result. And so I think this is something that coaches are going to operate out of their own self-interest and their team's self-interest. And I find it hard to blame them given everything that's at stake. And so it's on the committee that governs the sports championship, I think, to determine what they want from the future in terms of out-of-conference scheduling.
CL on YouTube says, play the big matchup, prove yourself in conference anyway. If you lose the big matchup early, you have plenty of time to make up for it. I feel like that's pretty much the case. But I think teams would rather have to not worry about that and just beat the cupcakes, pad the numbers, and that's one less potential loss you have at the end of the season.
It was funny. He mentioned Michigan, and their opening game was East Carolina. He's like, they played a bunch of nobody, and it's like, oh man. I mean, I get we were 2-10, but
that year we were a nobody, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad when I asked him the ECU question, that wasn't the first thing he thought
the
of.
nobody.
Because we'll hear that coming up later on when I asked him what he thinks about when he hears the name East Carolina. Let's take a break. We'll come back hour 3. Andrew Bays will join us. We'll get his memories of playing the Alabama Crimson Tide. We'll get his thoughts on this 2026 ECU football team and more. Who's the all-time best Pirate? We'll ask Andrew Bays that question. A lot more to go. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Back with you after this.
Hey, what's this I see? I thought this was a party! Let's
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linville Joseph. Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party, brought to you by East Coast Grading, UBE, Aldridge and Sutherland Realtors, The Buck, Ron Ayers Motorsports, Dirty Dan's, The Gold Store, Tiebreakers, and Carolina Eagle Distributors. Arr, party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
This is Caleb Reynolds, lead minister at Eastern Pines Church, and I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at 9 and 10:30 at 3380 Portertown Road in Greenville. At Eastern Pines Church, you'll find real people, uplifting worship, and a place where your family can grow in your faith. Come see what God is doing right here in Greenville. We'd love to welcome you home at Eastern Pines Church. Visit easternpineschurch.com for more information.
Church services brought to you by S&K Trapping, East Coast Grading, Gregory Pool, Driven Details, East Coast Access, Cardinal Lock and Key, and rentafishtank.com.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing, proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina. Owned and operated by Toot Boone, they offer no money down and back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, Clip Rock, Jared Watkins, the Jackman Jackson on video on this Wednesday as we bring you Pirate Radio Live. And we'll hear more from Jordan Davis, Jordan Hankins before we get out of here on this Wednesday. But joining us right now on the Turner Home Team Live line. The Turner Home Team is the leading local cash home buyer in North Carolina. They buy houses as is for cash in North Carolina and surrounding areas. If you're selling your home, you want to avoid repairs, agent fees, long timelines, call the Turner Home Team today, 525-4780. Turner Home Team, Pirates supporting Pirates. And on that Turner Home Team Live line is the Hall of Famer and color analyst for the Pirates, Andrew Bays. Andrew, how you doing, man?
What's up, Clip? Thanks for having me, man. How you doing?
Doing great, and getting you back on the show, talking to other Pirates. We've had Junior Smith on quite a bit, Paul Troth. We'll talk to Andre Allison coming up on Friday. So getting ready for Pirate football, Andrew. Great time of the year, and you'll be on the call with Jim Szoke when the Pirates take on Alabama. And I was looking at the last meeting with Alabama and saw that Andrew Bays scored the last points against Alabama for an East Carolina team on a field goal, and I texted you when we were talking about that, and yeah, you had some interesting memories from that game. So, first of all, Andrew, why were you kicking a late fourth quarter field goal for ECU that day, along with the punting?
Yeah, so I was sprinkled in throughout my career with field goals, just kind of, if a starting kicker would have a rough go or something like that, Coach Logan would throw me in a game, kind of finish things off. And in that game in particular, I was holding and obviously punting in that game. And Brantley Rivers, unfortunately, great friend of mine, great Pirate. He missed the extra point and then had an extra point blocked. And that block resulted in a 2-point return, and we ended up losing that game, ironically, by 1 point. But, Coach Logan had decided to bench Brantley right about maybe third quarter, somewhere around there, after that second missed extra point. And I finished up the game as far as kicking. And it was something. I mean, Nicky Crabtree, who many people know around town, he was backup punter at the time, also that season backup holder. And so he had to come in and hold that game, and he was so nervous in that huddle when we were, attempting a field goal to put us within 1 point with, plenty of football to play. And he threw up on the sidelines before we went out there, and then he couldn't even verbalize, the break of the huddle. And so I broke the huddle for him. But it was a trip. It was a miracle that he got the hold down in general from how nervous he was. But that was, you talked to a lot of Pirates that played in that game, and that was one that we would rank right up there that we would want back. We should have won that football game. It's a little bit of, for those that watched that game, probably saw a lot of SEC favoritism in the reffing of that game, and we feel like that should have been one that we should have won and walked away with the W. But that one stings for sure.
Jeff Charles always said, Clip, when you play those SEC teams and the Pirates break a 40-yard run, just look down the other side of the field. There's going to be a flag waiting. And Jeff was not a big conspiracy guy, but when it came to ECU at SEC stadiums and sometimes ACC stadiums, he said there was some favoritism going on.
No, and that game in particular, there was a lot of penalties late in that game. I guarantee if I go back and pull that film, you'll see a lot of just kind of nonsense calls they were trying to stall us because David Garrard caught fire late in that one, and we were going to swipe that thing from him, and it didn't work out for us. But we were fighting uphill, and I think obviously there were self-inflicted wounds along the way, but we should have come out of that one with a win. So it's going to be fun going back down there. That was old Legion Field that we played Alabama. They were transitioning to Tuscaloosa. They play half their season at that time at Legion Field and half their season at Tuscaloosa as far as home games. And so it's pretty special to play in that old stadium, all the history there. But I have not been to Tuscaloosa, and I'm looking forward to, Jim and I usually get there with David about 4 hours before the game, sometimes a little more, to help get the studio right, get the booth right. And Jim and I kind of get lost in wherever we're traveling. We kind of get lost in the facilities and try to go and lock doors and figure how far deep we can get into the buildings. And I'm looking forward to walking around those buildings and smelling the money that's in Alabama. Should be something walking around that facility.
Yeah, no kidding. I know a lot of Pirate fans making the trip as well. Very excited to see a game live in Tuscaloosa. Andrew Bays, ECU Hall of Famer, joining us on the Turner Home Team live line. Real quick, Nick Crabtree, I've gotten to know him now. My mother actually was his kid's daycare teacher, so he likes my mom more than he does me. But Nick's a great dude. And I remember when I first started at Pirate Radio and he'd be around, Troy and others, but mostly Troy he'd say, Clip, this is Nick the Finger Crabtree. And I was like, what, is he like ECU's greatest holder of all time or something? But now I guess I'm hearing the genesis of where the Finger nickname came from.
Yeah, and that's where Nick got to start selling ads for the station, and was around the station quite a bit, and Henry helped him out quite a bit getting going, and Nick's turned that into just a hell of a business career.
Awesome stuff. Andrew Bays joining us. Well, how about the Pirates that will be heading to Alabama this year? And we were able to talk to the coordinators for the first time this fall camp, Andrew. And let me ask you from a broadcaster standpoint, we've been doing a lot of opponent previews brought to you by Appliances Superstore. And, man, we've had announcers talk about up to like 50, 60 newcomers on a team. Had a guy say, look, man, honestly, let's keep it generic as possible. I don't know a lot of guys on the roster right now. So how about you, Andrew, as far as recognizing the returners and knowing the new guys? How comfortable are you with 2026 ECU, and how much studying do you still need to do?
Yeah, I spent a bunch of time out there, as much as I could, in the spring, and it is crazy. If you would have seen me out at those scrimmages in the spring, you would have seen me making notes and a little notepad and that kind of thing. And I try to, I've got a couple coaches that I'm able to talk to that can help me with the players and, sometimes depth chart and that kind of stuff. And but I usually try to watch by myself first and try to see who flashes, especially when I don't know the players. I just try to see who's standing out to me athletically, and I'll write notes and I'll write numbers down and I'll kind of go through it. And then, after a couple practices or sessions or scrimmages, I start to collect that info, and then I can have more detailed conversations with coaches and figure out what's going on. And it is interesting. I mean, it taking a look at it, it's hard to see. There's quite a few bodies in the spring that were flashing. But heck, I was going through it today and this past weekend, and a lot of the numbers have changed since the spring. So a lot of, seeing the numbers have completely changed. There's a lot of single digits this year that, weren't there in the spring. And so I've been adjusting my depth charts and kind of going through it and, tweaking some things. But yeah, I feel pretty good as far as having a general understanding of, them coming out of the spring, what it looked like, before the start of summer session. And I'm anxious to get out there this week. I wasn't able to go this weekend, but I'm looking forward to this weekend coming, getting out there Saturday and taking a look at them.
Good deal. Yeah, we'll be out there for the scrimmage and talk to Coach Harrell afterwards. And played the cut earlier. I asked if there was any separation between the quarterbacks, and I knew I wasn't going to get an answer, but figured I'd ask anyway. And Jordan Davis said, nah, but hey, we got a couple scrimmages coming up, more practices. So said they're, still evaluating. How about Jarrett? We haven't played this cut yet. This is cut 9. As he was asked if there's a possibility we see both quarterbacks on the field on Saturdays.
Possibly. We're going to see this thing play out, and I'm really just going to leave that to Coach Harrell. So it's a possibility. Anything's possible right now. So
gave us the anything is possible Kevin Garnett line. How about, Andrew, your take on the quarterback situation? And we can go off what you saw in the spring. We're removed from that, but do you have one over the other just from your own eyes? And what do you think about the battle that's going on right now?
What's interesting about them is they're both different styles. You look at Emory Williams, and the frame is 6'5", 250. He plays big in the pocket, and so he's more of a prototypical quarterback of what you'd think, be able to stand tall, look over the offensive line, be able to, get downfield a little bit, with having a little bit more vision, a little bit longer inside the pocket. Mitch Griffis is smaller in stature, 6 foot, but he's, he reminds me of Baker Mayfield when you see him play. He's just kind of got, that raw athleticism, that competitive streak that you see in Baker Mayfield, and just kind of a little bit different of a delivery. It's kind of like a hitchy, almost sidearm kind of thing that Baker Mayfield has. Mitch Griffis has that as well. And he's not, what I saw in the spring is he's not afraid to put a ball, in danger to try to complete a pass. And I think, with both these quarterbacks, they've got big arms, they play aggressively. And I think that's maybe why neither one of them carved out, the number one spot in the sport, at least coming out of the spring. Is you got to protect the football. That's number one. And, I think at this point in the season, I don't know that you necessarily have to name a starter, especially when you're going up against Alabama in week 1. The one benefit that you have with all these changes that you mentioned earlier, where, you've got roster turnover, is there's no film, really of much of what's going to come for Alabama. I mean, obviously it's flip side to the Pirates as well. But, if you can keep it close to the vest and stretch these things out and be able to have these two players compete at a high level trying to win that position, it's good for the team. I think at some point the coaches are going to settle on one, but I think we're a little ways away from that at this point.
Andrew, man, I said it last year, and I think it was, Alex Harper, former long snapper, who joins us, and he would bring up Brock Spalding's name, and others would talk about him, and I was like, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about Brock Spalding until he does something. He had some unfortunate injuries. I kept hearing about him, never did it much on Saturdays. And then, boom, foot in the mouth. He was awesome. And he is going to be a key member of this offense this year. Couple of returning running backs in Lacey and Engelman. But outside of that, man, it's a lot of newness overall on offense. Bryce Weaver and then a couple returners on offensive line, but you've got some new faces there. You got Michael Allen and Ashton Gray in the backfield. You've got Sides at receiver, a guy we like a lot, Jeremiah Melvin, and others at wide
Jeremiah
receiver.
Melvin.
Ray Joseph's getting a lot of hype on his name from coaches, which is good to hear. It's not just fans or folks, it's the coaches talking about him. So reason for excitement on offense, but what are your expectations on what we look like on offense? Once we figure out the quarterback spot, Andrew, who are the guys we're giving the ball to, and what's the Jordan Davis identity going to be this in 2026?
I think we're going to see a lot of Ashton Gray. I mean, I know we're deep in the running back room. I know the coaches seem to be pleased with the running backs at this point. I saw a lot of Ashton Gray in the spring. I thought he looked exceptional. He's got good size, good speed. You know, he doesn't have that Keaton Mitchell burst, you know, that's going to separate that way. But I think he's a good three-down option that the Pirates are going to have. You mentioned Ray Joseph. I thought he was one of the guys that definitely flashed, you know, at practices and scrimmages. You know, if we go back to last season, you know, Brock Spalding was productive, but I think he was more productive when Yannick Smith and Anthony Smith were on the field, you know, stretching the field the way that they were able to, and Brock could work those intermediate routes. Landon Sides, I think, from North Texas, I think he's going to be that field stretcher. You know, former track guy. I think Jeremiah Melvin is also going to play that role. They don't have the speed that Anthony Smith had. But you mentioned how much you like Jeremiah Melvin. I mean, when you look at a specimen on the field, he looks like the way a wide receiver should look. He's 6'4", he's got long arms. You know, he looks the part for sure. So I'm excited to see what he's able to do. And they have Jaquez, you mentioned some of the players coming back. They have Jaquez Pettaway coming back from Oklahoma. He's going to work his way in the slot and try to build off of maybe an underwhelming year that he had last year. He just couldn't get going. But on the offensive line, you also mentioned some of the guys coming back. Bryce Weaver, Carson Jones should be mentioned as well. He was coming off a pretty significant knee injury that put him out all of last season, and he's worked his tail off to get back to playing form. I know he's, you know, gradually working his way back in there, but I think he'll be in the force somewhere, whether it be center or guard. I think he should definitely be in the starting mix. But yeah, no, I think generally speaking, offensively, we don't have the speed that we had at the wide receiver position last year, but I think we have more depth at this point than we were last year. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all folds out.
Jared, I'll let you get a question in 1 sec, but he mentioned Jaquez Pettaway, and I talked about it earlier in the show today, Andrew, that I almost brought his name up and asked a question about him today to Jordan Davis, but I honestly, I wanted to make sure he was still on the roster. I looked it up, and he is. I have not heard anything about him. You're right, it was underwhelming last year. It kind of felt bad for him, too, because they would use him on screens and stuff, and it seemed like he was going in reverse more than going, vertical down the field. But, man, we heard about his talent and everything, and I'm wondering if he gets lost in the shuffle, Andrew. Maybe they're keeping his name quiet, and it could be a secret weapon for the Pirates this year. But I am interested to see what kind of role he plays in his second year here for this team.
Yeah, and I remember last spring, I was impressed with him. You know, last spring, not this past spring, but the previous. You know, and he looked the part, and for whatever reason, the offense under Coach Baker just wasn't a fit for Pettaway. You know, like you said, they bring him in for a play or two, it would go for a loss, and then you wouldn't see him again. And I think that wide receiver room was just so deep that he wasn't getting his chances. And you know, it might be the same this year, but I feel as though He's got a bit more reps going his way coming out of the spring. He's got the experience. He's got the talent. And I hope that he's able to break through. Brock was kind of that way. Brock was one of those players that they would force the ball to in the red zone. Donnie K just absolutely loved Brock in the red zone. And they would force it to him, and not a lot of times it would convert. But, in a different system, you see Brock thrive more. And I'm hoping the same to be true for Petaway.
You mentioned Ashton Gray could be like the primary back. Is that like your football preference of just having one guy you consistently go to? Or do you like having, 3 to 4 guys that you can just separate in and out?
No, I like a lead back for sure. But you got to have depth. It's a long season. You can't rely on a guy for, every down of every game. You've got to have depth. That held true last season for the Pirates. They're gonna need Michael Allen, who's, I think he'll definitely be involved. TJ Engelman's going to be involved. DeJuan Lacey coming back. He looked good, showed us some splashes at Coastal last year. No, you don't want to be predictable on offense, but you definitely want to have your guy that you can rely on, that's maybe not going to turn the ball over, that's going to give you those tough yards when you need it. And hopefully Ashton Gray can be that guy.
Andrew, you might have left out a name, Marlon Gunn, who we thought was done. How about this, the judge ruling and the possibility that Gunn and J.D. Lampley and Sam Danka could actually somehow play more Pirate football if everything works out?
Yeah, so I was following that, but I didn't. What's the latest, as of the last couple of days? I know, they're kind of they were still sorting out, the amateurism or whatever it is. Are they all theoretically eligible?
The only one that out of the 3 went to a rookie minicamp was Sam Danka.
Yeah.
Blake Harrell talked about if you're there for more than 48 hours, you lose your amateurism. So I'm assuming since he's in the news, he's still available, but I don't really think anything's come about the last day.
And Blake Harrell has been very, I'm paying attention to the guys that are here. I'm focused on that, and has been non-committal on bringing anybody back, Andrew. And look, in theory, if this was a video game or fantasy football, hell yeah, put them on. But would you as a former player worry about the locker room if you bring in a Marlon Gunn at this point? And Marlon's a great dude, and was a great leader, I'm sure, in that running back room. But you've gone to work and battled with all these guys this offseason. What would it mean to put another guy in that room immediately?
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's definitely a little odd. And if I'm a depth player, and I'm seeing that maybe if these guys come back, I'm going to move down the depth chart, then yeah, that kind of thing gets tough. But if I'm a defensive coach, I want J.D. Lampley on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was, I know his stats. If you go and look at his stats, what he did last year and last season weren't crazy, but I think Blake asked what he asked of him to do. He was a disruptive force all season long. And, it was kind of like that unheralded work that needed to be done on the defensive line. Chad Stevens was kind of in that role the year before and did an exceptional job. J.D. Lampley filled that role, and, he was a vital part of that defense. Preston Carr, Ryan Roseborough kind of fall into that line of what J.D. Lampley did in the middle of that defensive line. So, Sam Danka is obviously would be great to have that experience and that length and athleticism to go on those edge packages. But J.D. Lampley up the middle, if we can get that would be pretty sweet.
All right, Jamie, he wants me to ask about the fair catch kick. Are you familiar with the new fair catch kick rule in college football? Something to the effect of if a team punts or free kicks and you fair catch it, you can have what was the word, Jared? You can have a kick that is unguarded,
uncontested.
Uncontested is the word I was looking for. Uncontested kick, I guess, for 3 points. Do you understand this, Andrew?
Yeah, that's been a rule. That's been a rule. That's been a rule for some time now.
All right, it said new for 2026 in college football, but I don't know.
Well, maybe I'm thinking about pro
Yeah.
football, but yeah, no, that I remember. Golly, did you ever take football officiating at ECU?
I did not. I wish I would have.
Yeah, I took that class, and Dr. Grimsley taught it.
Okay,
and
yeah.
I do remember that rule. So unless the rule had changed over the years, and maybe they've made modifications to it, that rule has existed in the past.
And so does it mean, let's say a team punts with 3 seconds or whatever, time expires, but you do the fair catch, do you get an untimed down to attempt a field goal?
Yeah, and
okay.
Nobody's on. It's almost like nobody's on the field. Like,
yeah.
You know, they're 10 yards. It's almost like a kickoff, and you have an opportunity to convert on 3 points.
All right, there we go.
Yep.
Well, what's your career-long field goals, Andrew?
I hit a game winner at Memphis my sophomore year, 47 yards. It
nice.
gave us a 6-5 record. And I remember Coach Logan. I don't know whether he got a bonus for getting 6 wins and having a winning season, but I just remember he treated me well that off season.
Yeah, maybe so.
You know, so yeah.
That's 6-win bonus.
Yeah, I missed a 50-yarder just right on a Halloween Thursday night game against Southern Miss that ruined my Halloween. I couldn't go out that night after that.
That stinks. How about Andrew? I don't know. Is erratic a good word? Because we see guys booming 50, 60 yarders like on the regular every Sunday now. And we also see
70 even.
Exactly. And we also see, 30-yard shanks as well. Well, how about the way these guys can kick the ball in 2026? What do you think about it?
It is crazy, man. I know part of it is the ball prep. Like they're allowing them to doctor the footballs a little bit, and there is something to that. I know people would think I'm crazy for saying that, but that there is something to that. Just being a former kicker, when I was making my rounds in the NFL, they were pulling the football straight out of the box, and they would not rub them down. So they were really waxy. They were not broken in, and they had a sweet spot in them that was really, really small. So during that time period, it was really rare to see somebody hit some long ones. And lately, they've loosened those guidelines with the kicker balls, and they've allowed them to prep them, and it makes a big difference. It opens up the sweet spot on those footballs, and then you go hand in hand with the training that these kickers, the training's just getting better and better as far as getting stronger and stronger, and it's incredible what these guys can do now. I mean, there was a 70-yard field goal. Jaguars kicker hit a 70-yarder in preseason last year.
Man,
nuts.
Do you do any training now, Andrew?
I'm in the gym, but it's been I used to kick not long ago. I would do kicking lessons for local high school kids and that kind of stuff, and I'd kick with them. But it's been years now since I've kicked. I'd love to. Maybe I can get you out there to be a punt returner.
I can fair catch. I'll do that. All right, couple more. I got to ask you a Commander's question, but first, this is tough. This is kind of how old you are, what you think the word best means. But we were asked in the chat, best all-time Pirate. My answer, and I could be talked off of it, but I just think the best football player I've seen at ECU is Dwayne Harris. I think if you put him at any position, I think if he trained with Andrew Bays for a couple weeks, he could have punted, he could have kicked, he could do it all. But, a lot of people are going to go the QB route, other places. How about you, the Hall of Famer, Andrew Bays? Who is the all-time best East Carolina Pirate?
Yeah, it's such a hard one, man. It's such a hard one because you cross over generations.
Yeah.
I fortunately I sit on the Hall of Fame committee for ECU, and so when they come up, I get to vote on them and bring certain athletes to light to the committee, and so it's hard, man. I know what Jeff Blake did for this program. I never got to see Jeff Blake play, but I saw plenty of highlights.
Yeah.
Jeff Blake, Coach Logan would play highlights ahead of certain games, and Jeff Blake was certainly one of them. I saw plenty of film on him, and he's pretty special talent, and did a lot for the Pirate program during that time. You know, my generation, I'm a David Garrard fan, and I saw David Garrard, you know, with my own eyes. You know, big defensive, NFL caliber defensive ends just completely like bounce off of David Garrard's thighs. And what David Garrard was able to do with what they call arm talent is just insane. You know, Nate, I don't know how much time you have, but like Nicky Crabtree would be our backup punter, and he would have to run scout punt team. So working with the first team return, and Nicky might have a tough day and not be able to get the ball down the field for the returners to work. And the coaches would yell and throw clipboards, and it would be a whole thing. And so they'd start snapping the ball to Dave, and Dave would throw it down the field. And Dave, like, I started timing these throws, and Dave was literally throwing the ball over 70 yards, and it would have like a 5.8 second hang time.
Jeez.
So our coverage unit would be down there, you know, in plenty of time to cover the punt. So they wouldn't even be able to get a return worked. So then the coaches would be pissed at Dave for throwing the ball too far and too high. And, but, you know.
They got those machines you feed the football through now, Andrew. He was the human, whatever you call that machine.
Yeah, they had jugs machines.
Yeah, jugs. There you go, yeah.
What Dave could do was just insane. And I saw, you know, Dave with my own eyes do crazy stuff on the football field. And so I would have to put Dave right up there. And, you know, close to my heart, Jeff Carr. I played alongside Jeff Carr. And in my eyes, he's the best middle linebacker that's ever played for the Pirates.
Andrew, is a fellow Commanders fan, and if we made a list of guys that we cannot afford to lose due to injury, I'll put the quarterback up there, number one, and I think number two, I would say Laramie Tunsil, and unfortunately, he suffered an injury. I guess my question is, should I look, I'm quick to give up. I admit that. Part of that's on me. The other part is what this organization has been the last 30 years and has given me reason to give up. But should I throw in the towel or should I watch 2026? Do we still have a chance?
Listen, the year that JD5 had his rookie year, he didn't have Laramie Tunsil.
All right.
And he had who's the guy that is at right tackle that they're going to move to left tackle? That was JD5's left tackle. His rookie year. So it is a big, devastating blow. There's no question about it. But I think defensively, the Commanders have gotten exponentially better. You gotta love Sonny in the middle of linebacking core. You gotta love that. But he's a rookie. I'm sure he's gonna have some ups and downs. But you know, Stephon Diggs coming in as a backup to or the second option to Terry McLaurin. You've got pretty good wide receivers there for JD5 that he didn't have last year. Terry McLaurin was hurt most of the year. I think they're going to be all right, Clip. I think defensively they're going to keep them in the game. And Laramie Tunsil's a big one, but I think they're going to be all right.
All right, I'll be tuned in. Thank you for the pep talk, Andrew. Andrew, awesome to talk with you, man, and we'll certainly keep in touch. Talk a lot more Pirate football with you this season. We'll talk to your cohort coming up, Jim Szoke, next week on the show, and can't wait to hear you guys in the booth again, man.
Yeah, I look forward to it, man. It's going to be a blast.
Thank you, Andrew. See you, man. There he is, the Hall of Famer, Andrew Bays, joining us today. Turner Home Team Live Line. Awesome to catch up with Andrew, and had a great story and a great recall from that Alabama game in 1998. All right, long segment there, which means we got some quick segs coming up, and when we have those segs, we'll hear more from Jordan Hankins, defensive coordinator of ECU. More on our New Blue Pirate Report when we return after this.
Hey Pirates, it's Lindsey Gray from Carolina Cal. caliber. Whether you're getting pumped to cheer on the Pirates or prepping for a deer stand, here's a reminder. There's a time to amp it up and a time to tone it down. Save the noise for game day. Quiet your cannon with a suppressor from Carolina Caliber. We specialize in making suppressor ownership easier than ever, guiding you through every step of the process. We carry top brands like Silencer Co., Surefire, Thunderbeast Arms, Huxworks, Bagara, and many more. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
The days are hot, but the deals are hotter at Russell's in downtown Washington. Rhonda has all summer merchandise 40 to 75% off. Refresh your wardrobe with great savings from casual comfort to the perfect outfit for weddings, vacation, and everything in between. Whether you're dressing to impress or looking to stay cool, Russell's has all the brands, styles, and customer service you deserve. But don't wait. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you're on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or for lunch. Try a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville. And stay tuned for the new Bagel Man location opening soon. Go Pirates!
Summer's winding down, but the savings are just heating up at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Before football Fridays, tailgates, and back-to-school season kick into high gear, drive home a brand new 2026 Ram 2500 Heavy Duty with up to 10% below MSRP, a savings up to $12,000. Or grab a new Ram 1500 with up to 15% below MSRP on select models. Whether you're headed to the games, the beach, or the job site, now's the time to upgrade and save big. Visit Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just a short drive from Greenville. Drive a little, save a lot.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
This is former ECU defensive coordinator Greg Hudson, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Boom!
Listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Play It Again Sports, buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, big edition of Pirate Radio Live coming your way on Thursday. Linval Joseph will be on the program, so looking forward to hearing from the big fella. Also, we'll have a full NFL preview for you with Antoine Staley from the New York Daily News covering the New York Jets, and we'll talk all things NFL with Antoine. We'll have another conference preview for you from Jeff Nadeau. We'll have our weekly check-in with Rajay Harris. Zach Kaplan, Big Ten Cappy, will join us as well on a big Thursday show. Let's hear more of our New Blue Pirate report here. And Jordan Hankins, part 2. Let's hear some Q&A with the new defensive coordinator.
How important are the upcoming scrimmages for your defense? 2 scrimmages to come, Saturdays coming up.
Just as important as that last team period that we had right there. Anytime you can put the football down, it don't matter. We can put it down right here. It's just as important in any time because there's something to learn on every snap. That's what's awesome about camp, especially when you're spending that much time together. You're evaluating every snap, every little key that you can get off of a call. What's our call? How are they going to try to attack you by formation? Where's their speed at? All the different things. To me, every snap's just as important. It doesn't matter. You can put it down anywhere. But getting out there and just letting them play, letting them communicate. I'm stepping off to the side and obviously disappearing because they don't let me play anymore, thank goodness. But just watching them work together, and it's very, very important how they consistently communicate and consistently get the call. Like no bust with communication, but main thing is just learning how to gel together, playing real football.
Has any of your players surprised you since putting the pads on last week? Usually the defense gets more excited when they can go there.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's been pretty good. Just the way that they show up and play every day. Obviously, you put full pads on, you say live, and everybody goes crazy, and then there's a bust here and a bust there, and everybody's running around. But, as far as the energy's been pretty consistent. I'd like to see more people going backwards on the offensive side, honestly, but I don't think I'll ever be satisfied with that.
How's the open field tackling been through 2 days?
I think it's been pretty good with the safeties running the alley, especially backers on the outside and things like that. I think our angles need to be cleaned up. Obviously, especially in different situations when you get tired is the big thing, right? You get to period 13, 14, 15, and it looks different than 3 and 4. Well, you got to learn how to play through that fatigue, and that angle's got to stay the same. That strain's got to stay the same. So that's the biggest thing is the angles and what are you targeting every time and the consistency of that. And I think it's been for the most part pretty good. We talk about that every day. And obviously, tackling's huge.
All right, Jordan Hankins there. I don't think he's downplaying the scrimmages as much as he's saying every day is important. And maybe it is more important for the quarterbacks than, say, the defense for these scrimmages. But, Jackson, what did you take away from that?
I mean, I think you kind of hit it right on the nail right on the head with it. He's not necessarily downplaying the scrimmages. It's just he's right. There's something to learn with every snap. There's always a new strategy. You figure out a new way to push forward and to learn something new about the game or the structure of what you're trying to implement. So I think you kind of got it there.
Sounds like he's pleased very early on with the tackling, but that is something you kind of worry about too week 1 where – yeah, you've got these scrimmages and you do have full pad practices, but obviously you don't tackle as much in the offseason as you once did.
Right, and especially here, we've had a history of bad tackling, especially in the open field. It's definitely good that he's got some confidence early on in our ability to actually bring ball carriers down.
Let's hear Jordan Hankins part 3 from earlier today.
The safeties, who is stepping up as far as being more consistent in that game?
Miles Pollard's done a good job. Aiden Duncanson's done a good job. Kamari McKinley's done a good job. Those guys, once again, those guys played so much. They both, especially Aiden and Kamari, played in a bowl game last year, so they just building as much depth in that area, and there's a couple guys that have sort of stepped up that I'll sort of keep in my pocket a little bit.
Cruz and K-Ball, you coached them in Memphis. They're brothers. What's that dynamic like of having two brothers in your room? And I don't know. Do they get on each other? Do they joke with each other?
I don't know. You ever seen Step Brothers? Yeah. No, they're great. They're great. They push each other, and that's it. Like, honestly, like, if you didn't know them, still, like, you'd think they're just real close teammates. Like, they all hang out together, all that, and they're fun. They're good guys.
Preston Carr made an impact on the field last year, and also seems like a pretty good locker room guy. What's he like to be around every day, and how important is he in the locker room?
He's good. He's good. Good energy, good personality. Obviously, that helps. But comes off the ball and does things and leads the defense. And I sort of strain to these guys every day. Like, it's not just one person. It's not going to be one person. Whether it's Preston, it's got to be everybody. And everybody's got a different personality they bring to the table. We just got to make sure all of them are going in the right direction. And Preston brings a lot to that.
With the buzz of JD and Sam potentially coming back, is there anything that would change to the defense, or is that more so just crossing that bridge when you get to it?
I got to get to that bridge first. I don't know.
Cornerback-wise, it seems like you have talent in that room. How do you feel like that room's coming along as far as guys stepping up, maybe being consistent?
Good. I mean, obviously at corner, everybody is. You try to build as much depth as you possibly can. When you talk about those guys like Levels and Angelo Ross has showed up, he's sparked on a bunch of different times. Bowden. You got some new guys in there. So I'm trying to find the best four that are the most consistent every time, the guys that'll finish and strain, just like every year.
All right, Jordan Hankins mentioning a few names there. Also, when asked about the safety, said he was going to keep some to himself. And as a question asker, as a football fan, as a listener to a program, that's a little frustrating, but I kind of hat tip, respect it a little bit. Also, when I asked him about offensive players, he did say Ray, and then again, he kept a few names to himself.
People
Jared.
will figure it out.
Yeah. So,
But I mean, I like that he did say prior. He's like, "Hey, I've been told I'm not the best interview."
He said that before he went on today with us, so I thought he was all right.
I like that because if he would have just walked in and started taking questions and just be like, "Man, it's like, oh, this guy sucks." But no, I mean, some people don't like being put on the spot.
I thought it's pretty entertaining.
I did like your Preston Carr question where he's like, "He's good." Yeah, the Cliff Godwin method of interviewing does not work with Jordan Hankins. I did realize. Because normally with Cliff Godwin, I just pick a player, and it's like, Coach, he was great today. It's like, oh, yeah, and then you'll get a good answer. Jordan Hankins is like, man, he's good.
Yeah, maybe Preston Carr's not a good locker room guy. No, I'm kidding. He said he was a good dude. All right, let's take a break. That was our New Blue Pirate Report. When we return, I'll give a little shout-out to my buddy, Tony Dunn, C3 Panthers podcast. They had Roman Harper on the podcast last night, who Tony hated as a Saint and then eventually went to the Panthers. And I'm going to play a clip from that show last night. Pretty entertaining stuff. You'll hear that when we return as we roll on Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
What's up, Pirate Nation? It is I, Linval Joseph, and I'm super excited that I will be coming back to Greenville, North Carolina. I want it to be one of the best events that Greenville has to offer. I'm excited to meet everybody. It's been way too long. Let's go, Pirates. Let's be great. See you soon.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th. Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. And you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Michelob Ultra is brewed here. So was the feeling when we rallied together behind one team. From the pitch to the pool, Superior is brewed here. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you. Humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit University Sportswear, ENC.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
This is Chandler Honeycutt from Pirate Radio Live, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your car making strange noises or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, they take the stress out of car care and deliver high-quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure, just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service across from Speedway on Charles Boulevard. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, got a oil change inspection at Bell's Fork Auto last week, and took good care of me. So appreciate them. Go check them out over at Bell's Fork. Tony Dunn joins us on Fridays to talk Panthers football, NFL, and his show is the C3 Panthers podcast. They've been doing it a long time now, and they had Roman Harper on, former Panther, former Saint, and Tony asked him about, and even said, you know, I hated you when you were on the Saints. My feelings went away when you joined the Panthers, and asked him about that. It was kind of a loaded question. Asked him about starting a fight in a Panthers game, hitting Steve Smith late in the end zone, and Roman Harper talked about that. And I kind of left this on a cliffhanger, but pretty entertaining clip from the C3 Panthers podcast talking to former NFL safety Roman Harper.
Everybody hated Atlanta in New Orleans. Carolina wasn't like this team that everybody felt like they had to hate on and this, that, and the other. It was a big rivalry. It was not like that. It was a divisional game, kind of like Tampa Bay at times. And so, and then, you know, that 2011 play, you know, honestly, shout out Steve Smitty, you know what I mean, my guy. We're friends now, but he made a great catch, and I was guarding Greg Olson on the other field, and Greg was doing his normal like runoff thing, acting like he's like, oh, he may get the ball, and like
he looks like an uncle running all the time.
He's like high kneeing it, trying to like. I'm like, okay, and I'm running with him because we were in a zero blitz. So, and then next, you know, I know Greg. I sense like Greg is trying to just run me off. So I turn back and I see Smitty make this great catch. So I start running, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to catch this guy because he doesn't see me. And I was all the way across the field, so I ran a long way, probably 50 yards plus. And I, especially when I saw him kind of like slowing up and kind of hot dogging a little bit, which I get it. You know what I mean? He made a good play, so I get it. Looking back on it, but in the moment, like I just ran a long ways, and so by the time I got close, he had already scored, and I was like, I didn't run over here for nothing, so I just hit him anyways, and just and you know, the best part about that whole thing was not the melee afterwards, which that's a whole nother deal because it wasn't even me. Like I feel bad because my boy Malcolm kind of got aggressively jumped, and like the cameras don't pick up all that stuff, but so I hit Smitty. I think he's going to fight me because I know he's a hothead. So I stood there and like kind of braced, like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to fight this guy. And he just looked at me and he just hit his head and then he just walked off. And I was like, well, as long as you know it was me, it's cool. So
why didn't he fight Malcolm?
So here we go. So this is what happens.
And to find out what happened, go check out the C3 Panthers podcast. But shout out to Tony and the guys on the C3 podcast. And Roman Harper was an awesome interview as well. So go show some support for my buddies there with C3. And we'll recap more of that with Tony Dunn coming up and talk some preseason football. When did the Raiders play, Bone? Do you even know?
Thursday, Cardinals, 8 o'clock.
Oh, you won't even. Can we call you Friday? You gonna be available by the phone?
Yes.
You won't even give us that?
Yes,
I'll
be available. Give me a holler.
All right, we'll watch a little Raiders preseason coming up on Thursday. Manders play Friday night against the Dolphins. Preseason football. Let's take a timeout, come back, get ready to wrap things up on Pirate Radio Live when we return after this.
This August, head on down to Capital Subaru of Greenville for the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get behind the wheel of a brand new 2026 Subaru Outback Premium with $4,304 total due at signing. You can lease it now for just $305 a month for 36 months. That's only $10 a day. Hurry down to Capital Subaru of Greenville today before this deal ends. It's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville off Memorial Drive or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. Offer expires August 31st, 2026.
You want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
Hi, I'm Shay Asby.
And I'm Beth Everett.
At NC On Point, experience the thrill of professionally guided quail, chucker, pheasant, and even duck hunts on one of North Carolina's premier hunting preserves. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or headed to the field for the very first time, we can make that day an unforgettable one. Don't have a bird dog? We've got you covered. Our experienced guides hunt with professionally trained bird dogs and a comfortable on-site lodge that lets you unwind after an incredible day in the field.
So gather your friends, book your hunt, and start making memories that last a lifetime. Visit nconpoint.com today. Go Pirates!
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get
get fucked up.
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit carolinacrossroadsamp.com.
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the stock market from today. The NASDAQ was up 143 for a total of 26,588. The S&P was up 20 for a total of 7,748. And the Dow was down 21 for a total of 53,770. That's a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Bucks scoreboard. Rays keep winning. They beat the A's 8-4 today. Phillies' second half slide continues. They lose to Burley and the Cardinals. And I believe Ken Watlington said, and I will check it for myself, Burley man, 2 for 3, 3 ribbies, run scored. He continues to climb the charts when it comes to RBIs in Major League Baseball. Good game for him. Cardinals beat the Phillies 7-1. O's lose to the Twins 7-5 today on our Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. That'll do it. Good show. Enjoyed talking football with you fellas. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Jackson. And appreciate all y'all tuning in. Jamie with a late question. Jamie says he'll be in Greenville tomorrow. May have time for a studio visit, but tomorrow's question of the day, who are you looking forward to playing the most on the football schedule? We'll ask you folks, and we'll have our answers as well. Plus, Linval Joseph will join us on the show. Big edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk to you then. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate.